Good afternoon and welcome to Turf Moor. It's Judgment Day. Burnley face Eddie Howe's Newcastle United in their final league game of the season. We kick off at 4 o'clock. The Clarets are 17th out of the relegation zone, only on goal difference. It's simple. If Burnley match or better Leeds United's result, they stay up. The team news is in. Burnley are unchanged. Ashley Barnes makes his 200th Premier League appearance for the Clarets. Jack Cork clocks up his 300th Premier League appearance today. There's no Matt Lowton, he's suspended. No Jay Rodriguez or Ben Mee. Ashley Westwood, Matty Vidra are long-term absentees. Former Burnley boss Eddie Howe took over from Steve Bruce in charge of Newcastle United in November. They beat Arsenal on Monday 2-0. It was their 12th win of the season. 11 of those have come in the last 17 games. Kieran Trippier comes back into the side. Ex-Claret Chris Wood on the bench. Fabian Schär was concussed in that win against Arsenal. He's on the bench. So more detail on those two sides then. Burnley 17th above Leeds on goal difference. A Burnley win guarantees the Clarets Premier League status. Leeds, of course, are at Brentford today. James Tarkowski returned for that 1-1 draw at Villa Park. He's okay and plays today in an unchanged side. Nick Pope in goal then. Back three of Nathan Collins, James Tarkowski and Kevin Long. Wing backs, Connor Roberts right-hand side, Charlie Taylor left-hand side. Central three, Dwight McNeil, Jack Cork, Josh Brownhill. It's Cork's 300th Premier League game today. Up front, Maxwell Cornet and Ashley Barnes. Barnes' 200th Burnley Premier League appearance this afternoon. On the bench, Wayne Hennessy, Wout Weghorst, Dale Stephens, Aaron Lennon, Phil Bardsley, Bobby Thomas, Owen Dodson, Dara Costello and Joe McGlynn. For Newcastle, Lascelles comes in for Fabian Schär on the bench. They line up like this, 4-3-3, Dubravka in goal, Trippier at right back, Matt Targett at left back, Jamal Lascelles and Dan Burn in the centre. Midfield three of Sean Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes and Joel Linton. Ahead of them, Miguel Almiron, Callum Wilson, Alain Saint-Maximin. So the danger men up front, they've certainly got some pace. On the bench, Carl Darlow, Paul Dummett, Fabian Schär, Matt Ritchie, Emil Kraft, Federico Fernandez, Chris Wood, of course, 49 Premier League goals for Burnley for Chris Wood, Jacob Murphy and Dwight Gale. Wilson got the only goal at St James's Park in December. That was their first win of the campaign at the 15th attempt. But Burnley did win in the League Cup tie at St James's Park back in August, went to penalties. Charlie Taylor converted the winning penalty. Newcastle won here last season, 2-1 comeback win. Matty Vidra for Burnley, Murphy, Saint-Maximin for Newcastle. Burnley's last win here against today's opponents, December 2019, when Burnley won by a goal to nil. Chris Wood with the only goal. Craig Pawson in charge this afternoon, his 5th Burnley game of the campaign. Australian referee Jarrett Gillett is on VAR. Andy Hodgson's alongside me on Clarets Plus.
I brought it.
You brought the yellow jacket.
The lucky
this
yellow
is the
jacket.
big one.
It's here. It's travelled hundreds of miles. It's taken me as long as it would take to get to New York from my house to get here, but it's worth it. There is nothing more important than today, Phil. Today is the most important day of your life. I mean,
it's massive, isn't it?
There was your kids, there was your wedding, there's Burnley.
Don't go there.
You know, I've just switched it around for you because this is huge.
Don't go there.
What have you been doing the last 24 hours?
Fairly calm. I've got to say, I'm fairly calm.
You keep saying that.
I know what Burnley have to win. Burnley have to win. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter what anybody else does.
But the question everybody has asked me on the train on the way up is, can they do it? Well, one, can the lucky yellow jacket do it? And the other question is, can the Burnley do it? And of course, we just don't know, otherwise we wouldn't be in this position. So that has made me nervous for the last 24 hours and since Villa, and I've been sitting there going, and my wife said to me this, and I bet yours has done the same. At the end of the day, don't worry about it, it's just a game. And I went, stop it. It is not just a game. Cut that out.
It's only a game. It's more than a game today.
Yes, it is.
More than a game. I mean, the simple scenario, just explain it to everybody. Burnley got a match or better, Leeds' result.
We could do with being 3-0 up at half-time. We could do with being in charge, and we could do with Leeds being 3-0 down at half-time.
And we'd be a bit more relaxed.
Swing. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. But today, you have to say, as a player for this football club, you look at players like Tarkowski, who, you know, he's probably moving on in 90 minutes' time, but look at the commitment that he's shown to this team.
Yeah.
You know, none of these have become bit part players as a result of where they are. For some of them, it means contracts next year or not. It's a massive game, and their wives would have said to them, it is more than just a game. Go and win today for you, me, and the kids, and frankly, for your job. It's that big today, Mr. Bird.
Not a lot can say after that, is there?
It's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. It's big. It's massive. Right. I thought Burnley did well on Thursday night.
Well,
you were with us. It was a bit of a nerve-wranging sort of.
We were
occasion.
solid. Well, what was brilliant, and we need to be the same here, we were solid at the back, as we were with Spurs, and that is the best way for us to go. You know, there's no point in us coming here today and saying, hey, look, we've got to win 3-0, so let's go gung-ho at the start. Let's put 3 up front and see how we do. Yeah. Because that's not the way we play. We've got to play it safe, we've got to play it solid, and that's the way we played at Villa. And then we'll try and nick it on the off chance. Set plays and the corners and the penalties, all very relevant to what we do, and that's going to be the same today. We're not going to change.
We are keeping an eye on the lead score, aren't we? I think we have to do that.
I love Brentford. Anybody who says I don't love Brentford is wrong.
Yeah. They can celebrate all they like.
They can celebrate like they've won the Champions League every week. I think we're happy with
every hour of every week. We're not bothered. We're not bothered. Oh dear. I mean, same again. Yeah. I mean, we are short of resource, aren't we? Matt Lowton's a bit unlucky, isn't he? Yeah. I thought that might have been rescinded.
Yeah, well, with 2 days to go at the end of the season, maybe all the others are on the beach. It's only us that gives a flying today. I don't know, but no, it hasn't been, so he's not there. So
I never looked at red card, did it? Once you looked at it, once you realised what it
when I saw it in real time, I agreed and thought, yeah, he's gone in studs up. The minute I saw the replay, I went, no, hang on, I'm wrong. That's not right. So the ref, I thought, would have done the same thing. I mean, I literally thought, hang on, you look at this, you've got to go to the monitor and go, nah.
He was trying to get out of the way, the lad.
Yeah, he couldn't. So once he'd hit the ball, he couldn't go anywhere else.
No.
So it certainly wasn't malicious in any way. He just went in for a full challenge. So seems bizarre. Anyway, it's too late now. Nothing we can do about it.
No, we move on.
Bardsley, Lennon, Stevens off the bench instead.
Possibly,
Touch of Wout. It is Gaveldi. I'm hoping to use that phrase today, the Dutch for it is magnificent. I won't use that. And I've not used for ages the phrase c'est magnifique.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
I want to use that today.
Fancy Maxwell Cornet to score today. The next goal.
Glad you finished that sentence off.
The next goal is Burnley's 300th in the Premier League.
Is it?
It is. It is.
Have you had your hair done for today? It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Have you just washed it? What's happened?
Played football this morning, as I think you know.
Did you lose?
No. Led him 5, but we scored 13, 6 aside, so it's a win.
13.
It's a win. A bit disappointed with the goal I let in from Kelvin from the Burnley
What was it,
Express.
a rugby game?
No, 6 aside for an hour. Sunday morning.
At your age, you're nearly 85. What are you doing that for? You could have been dead for today. That's of no use to us. You're a legend. A dead legend. No use to me.
Still keeping goal after all these years. We're waiting for the teams to come out. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an atmosphere.
Yeah,
but they need to score first to keep that going.
They do. Well, if you've just switched on it, even when they've been warming up, every single player that went off, there was a roar and a backing for the players like there has never been. And, you know, the way the pubs, as I walked down from the station today, the way the pubs were packed, the way the people were talking, gathered in their groups today, everyone pushing each other on. I don't think we'll ever see a more joined up Burnley fan base than today.
Wow. It reminds me a little bit of the Plymouth game, 1998.
Yes.
I was just talking to James, my eldest lad, who was, I think, 7 at that time. Massive game. Burnley stayed out the basement division that day.
Yeah.
2 Andy Cook goals.
Remarkable.
We go through it all in the programme.
Yeah.
And amazingly, a lot of those last day dramas were all positive.
They were.
I'm taking some sort of hope from that. Yeah, absolutely.
And are you hoping that the next manager of Burnley's Chris Waddle? Is that where you're going with this?
No, it didn't quite work out, did it?
No.
But, towards the end, I think he got a feel for it.
Did he?
We were getting there.
Did he?
We were getting there.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Well. We finished the season well. No, you remember it
differently. No.
Well, we got there. We got there in the end. 2 cut goals and a good couple of saves from Chris Wood, and we were there.
What's your score prediction today, Phil? You are the legend of the club.
I'm 2-1. I'm 2-1.
All right,
I think
3-0.
it might, unfortunately, I'm sorry, it might be a little bit nervy at times.
What, from you or from the players?
From me. News from elsewhere, you know, I'm hoping Newcastle have done everything they need to do.
Well,
you know, they're in mid-table.
The only trouble is they want to be in the top 10 and each position's worth about, what, 2 million quid or something. So, you know, that even when your money bags Newcastle,
you're not wrong.
2 million quid's 2 million quid, isn't it?
You're certainly not wrong. We're waiting for the teams to emerge now.
Even the subs are getting applauded on.
Real noise here at Turf Moor. Burnley have to start well.
Listen to this, Dale Stevens has never had such a welcome. It's just Dale Stevens coming on. And now Wout. Everyone will be talking in Dutch.
He's got a part to play. He's got a part. Couldn't have done much more, could he, with that chance late on?
No, Villa, no. I mean, it was one boot in the way. It was a miraculous defence from a miraculous block from Tyrone Mings the other day. He couldn't have done anything else. I think a lot of people were kind of like, "Oh, he had an open goal. Come on!" But he's a long lad, Tyrone, and he's got a big boot.
I think only Tyrone Mings gets there, doesn't he? I'm not sure anybody else does. You know, they set it up today. Burnley had at least got a point, which took them above Leeds, which mattered a lot. They'll be looking to synchronise the kick-offs, I think, here, won't they?
Yeah, they will be.
So nobody gets an advantage.
Here come the lads for the last time, Phil.
It's a real noise here. Listen to the noise now as the players emerge. Burnley against Newcastle United. It's Judgment Day. Burnley have to match or better Leeds United's result. Leeds are at Brentford. The sides for you. Nick Pope in goal for Burnley. Back 3 of Nathan Collins, James Tarkowski the skipper, and Kevin Long. Wing backs Connor Roberts and Charlie Taylor. Central 3, Dwight McNeil, Jack Cork, his 300th Premier League appearance today. Josh Brownhill up front, Maxwell Cornet and Ashley Barnes. Barnes 200th Premier League appearance for Burnley today. On the bench, Wayne Hennessy, Wout Weghorst, Dale Stevens, Aaron Lennon, Phil Bardsley, Bobby Thomas, Owen Dodson, Dara Costello and Joe McGlynn. For Newcastle, 4-3-3, Dubravka in goal. Familiar figure at right back, Kieran Trippier, England international now, of course, played in the Premier League for Burnley. Matt Target at left back, Jamal Lascelles and Dan Burn in the centre. Midfield 3, Sean Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes and Joel Linton. Up front, the pace of Miguel Almiron, Callum Wilson, Alain Saint-Maximin. On the bench for Newcastle, Carl Darlow, Paul Dummett, Fabian Schär, Matt Ritchie, Emil Kraft, Federico Fernandez, former Claret Chris Wood, 49 Premier League goals for Burnley. For Chris Wood, he's now in black and white stripes. Jacob Murphy and Dwight Gale. Our referee is Craig Pawson. Australian referee Jared Gillett is on VAR. Some of these players, Andy, won't have seen a game like this.
No, I mean, it's huge, isn't it? And the atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric, but the pressure as well. You know, you get to the last game of the season and nothing else matters. The whole of the rest of the season, all of the endeavour, all of the travelling, and you've followed every single game home and away, so you've done it as well. An exhausting season, and it's all irrelevant. The whole thing only comes down to this. Unless we win in the next 90 minutes or better Leeds score at least, it's all been a bit of a waste of time. So let's hope the pressure doesn't get to them, because at the same time they've got to play with absolute freedom. Otherwise, it's going to be a nervy performance. How do you get that balance right? You know, how has Mike Jackson positioned this before they go out? We'll only know after the game, and we'll only know by watching
Does
how
he
these
keep
guys
in
play.
touch with the score at Brentford?
Well, I think he's got to, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely has to,
yeah.
He's probably got COMMS cam on. He's probably watching it on YouTube now, like everyone else. He's probably like, oh, look, there's Phil. There he is.
Puffing his cheeks out again.
Puffing his cheeks out. He's washed his hair. He'll be dead excited.
It's real noise, like you've never really seen. It's a massive game. But Mike Jackson will want composure. 11 points out of 7 games in charge. Burnley have done ever so well under his guidance.
Every corner full. Look at this. Every corner.
It's a massive crowd, isn't it? Newcastle in the huddle. We're close to getting underway here. Burnley attacking the cricket field stand end, the Barnfield construction stand, which is jam-packed full. Home and away fans. This is massive. We've called it Judgment Day. Burnley worked ever so hard to get to this position. At one stage, they were 10 points behind Leeds in January. They clawed it back and stand ahead of them on goal difference as we kick off. Burnley against Newcastle United. All eyes on Craig Pawson to get us underway. Burnley in claret and blue. Black and white stripes, of course, for Newcastle. The players take a knee, applauded by the crowd. And on the next whistle, we're set to get underway. Another look at Craig Pawson's watch. We're underway. Burnley against Newcastle United. Massive game. A little bit of a switch in formation as well. Looks like Kevin Long's behind Tarkowski and Collins, so that's interesting. Immediately forward here for Wilson. Onto him strongly is Kevin Long.
Does well.
No foul. Referee happy with it. Burnley just lose possession here, though. Got to be careful. Gamera's battling away. It's caught to touch on. Can't find Barnes. Here's Dan Burn. Burn looking to dink one forward for Alan St-Maximin. Too much on it. Goes behind.
Little bit of early nerves. Little bit of early nerves. Losing the ball a couple of times there. The quicker we can settle down, all get a touch on it, the better off we'll be.
It's bound to be a bit nervy, isn't it? Interesting, he's just switched that back three again, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, it has been fascinating. In each game that he's been behind Burnley, you get a little surprise each time. Do you know what I mean? With Dyche, we used to go, same as.
Yeah.
Whereas each time we've gone, oh, look at this now.
Yeah. I just wonder if Collins is right back.
Yeah.
Is Collins right back here?
Yeah, practically, isn't it?
Could be.
Yeah, because
could be a flat four.
Roberts is bombing on already.
Yeah, he's right up there, Roberts. That's a switch.
Yeah.
He has played there for Stoke.
Yeah, I mean, Roberts is on the edge of the area right now.
And he's almost man-marking St-Maximin, isn't he, I think? 90 seconds in. Plenty of noise from the crowd. Tarkowski back to his keeper. Under pressure here, Pope. Kicks it long. Corner, he'll have to jump here with Lascelles. It bounces free. Next header, Brownhill. Taylor to take it down. Skips past one, Taylor. Goes again, Taylor.
He's
down the wing. He's not kept that in play, unfortunately.
Interesting to watch there, though, who went into the middle. Ashley Barnes went into the middle, and so did Connor Roberts. Now, Newcastle are not expecting that on the Sundays.
Yeah,
so there's your interesting forward. Switch.
Yeah, he's right midfield, isn't he, Connor Roberts? McNeil's left midfield. And it looks like Collins at right back to me. Long and Tarkowski in the centre. Taylor left back. So that's today's surprise. Here's Kieran Trippier, familiar face with the throw. Looks to get it wide for St-Maximin. Collins across to win it comfortably. Gamara's under pressure from Cork here to try and win it. Looked like handball, did it? Brownhill to win it. Burnley are fired up here. Good skill from Target, but it's blocked by Brownhill.
Yes.
Back for Roberts. Burnley fired up. Ball inside. Nearly found McNeil. And I think Newcastle will want just a minute on the ball here. Almiron picks out Target. Joe Linton here. Back inside again once more. Joe Linton will collect. Newcastle trying to take the sting out of the game a bit here. We're keeping an eye on the score at Brentford. Of course we are. We have to. Gimares back here to Target. Here's Longstaff. Newcastle seeing a little bit of the ball now. Massive game. Taylor intercepts that. Here's McNeil under pressure. Back on the left-hand side. Hasn't played there for a little while. Touch back.
Every time we get it back there, Long was looking for a Roberts breakaway, and Roberts was going for it for just a second. So they've worked on something here where it's Roberts that breaks and goes up that right-hand wing. Now Newcastle will suss this out at one point and maybe change things around to slow things down. But we've not seen it this season really, so it'll be a surprise to everyone. This.
It's back with Burn. Uses Target. Plenty of noise here. Burnley 4-4-2 today. Roberts right midfield, McNeil left midfield. It's with Trippier. Trippier hits it against McNeil. Header won by Gimares, back to his keeper, Dubravka. And Wolves lead at Liverpool. So that's the shock at the start.
That is
the top
a shock
of the table, isn't it? Wow. We're concentrating on the bottom, but there is other things to be decided. Here's Burn, uses Target, on loan from Aston Villa. Joe Linton under pressure immediately. Newcastle will keep men up. They've no need really to sit back today. Here's St Maximan looking to pick out a man, nearly hit the referee with that. McNeil to pick it up, but he's lost out to Trippier. Here's Trippier, ball forward. Longstaff right-hand side. First Newcastle pressure of the game. Trippier to take it on, ball inside, cut out by Brownhill. Taylor has kept it in play, and that'll be a goal kick. Done really well there.
He's really good, Charlie Taylor, at looking casual, as has Tarkowski's grown in his game over the last couple of years doing that as well, where before they'd have hoofed it into the stand, you know, he even has time to go round the defensive side of the player and then tap it as if he's going to put it past him. So the Newcastle player automatically puts it out for a goal kick. It's clever play, it's calm play, and it's what you expect from Premier League players, which is who we've got for the next 90 minutes. Hopefully, beyond that.
Since Burnley were promoted 2016, apart from the Big Six, a traditional Big Six, in 77 games here at home, Burnley have won 38 and drawn 20. They've got a decent record here at Turf Moor against sides away from the Big Six. Barnes to flick on, can't find McNeil. Trippier keeps it in play, threads the ball forward. There's a play down here, and the referee's going to stop play.
Was he one that went into the sandwich on Barnes? They certainly
so. It's Joe Linton, isn't it?
Oh,
he seems in a bit of distress.
Because Barnes is scratching the back of his head and coming over to see him.
But what wouldn't be a problem if we got behind the Brentford-Leeds game?
Yeah.
You remember 87 Orient?
Yes, indeed.
Because that kicked off 15 minutes late, didn't it? They don't allow that type of thing these days, but a stoppage or two wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And it's Joe Linton. We wish him well. We don't wish him any harm, by the way, but he's getting some lengthy treatment here.
Trippier's having a word with Eddie Howe. He does seem rather pivotal to the Newcastle team since he came in January, doesn't he? I mean,
obviously, some discomfort here. Let's just see if we can just find out what happened.
It was the sandwich with Barnes, and they all three of them went up, and then he staggered away and then went straight down.
He's hurt his leg in the process, hasn't he? I hope he's okay. Eddie Howe talked about him getting in the Brazil squad, and he's taking the bang, and it looks a bit ugly, I think, on his left leg, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's still down and still squirming with whatever they're doing with it.
Yeah. So it's a lengthy delay. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 0. There's Chris Wood. Joined Newcastle in a controversial move in January.
I've heard of him. Who did he used to play for?
Just a small matter of 49 Premier League goals. We were counting down to the 50. We had all the content ready, and off he went.
The good news is he still has his hair done by the fella from Burnley who goes on to work.
Townley,
yes, I've noticed that. There must be no good hairdressers in the northeast of England, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a lengthy delay, and I think they're going to make a change, aren't they? I hope he's okay. Still down, isn't he?
Yeah.
And the Burnley physio just coming over to have a look as well here.
Which is unusual.
We wish him well. I mean, I've got to say, I haven't seen the incident.
Stretcher coming on as well.
I don't know what we made of the incident there, and let's hope Joe Linton, he's been fantastic for them since Eddie Howe came to the club.
He's obviously just fallen on it
awkwardly.
Funny because, I mean, it was literally a 50-50 challenge. Two players try and sandwich Ashley Barnes up in the air. Barnsley loses out on it, and he staggers to the floor. So maybe he's just gone down.
I'm afraid to say it's a stretcher, which is sad.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants to see anybody injured. We saw the Ashley Westwood one at West Ham, which was difficult to take.
Dubravka's trying to get the Newcastle fans to applaud him as he's going off.
Yeah.
Full away end as well today.
I think every ticket sold just about.
Yeah. We were lucky to get one, really, weren't we?
We were, and it's a bench.
It's just a bench.
Was that?
It's
sure
just
it was a bench the last time you came to Turf Moor.
No, I don't think it was. Because I said I'd only come if it was the executive seating. And today
No
I've
way.
arrived. It's literally, it's like the bench you used to have in gym at school before they made you go over the horse and up the rope. It's literally a solid bench. I mean, you'd have thought Premier League, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? At least I've had a cushion.
You're with me. You've got a seat.
I've got executive bum cheeks, Phil. Do you know what I mean?
Be happy.
Yeah.
That's sad, isn't it? Ashley Barnes gone across. Let's hope Joel Linton's okay. He's had a great season. And I think the crowd are going to, everybody to a man.
Away he goes on the stretcher, yeah.
I think he's fallen awkwardly.
Yeah.
No inference that there was anything wrong in the challenge.
There wasn't.
And the Burnley crowd are great. They've realised he's picked up a nasty injury.
And his season's over.
I mean, well, yeah. Let's hope that's all it is. Let's hope that's all it is, to be fair. Join them from Offenheim. After a couple of difficult seasons, he's been superb this season. And Newcastle set to make a change. The lads have been trying to keep warm. It's a lengthy delay. It'll be a drop ball. I don't think, to be fair, Craig Pawson thought there was a serious injury initially. No. And he saw the lad on the floor.
Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy, former Norwich player, scored in this game last season. I think it'd be like for like. Just interesting where Murphy goes. I do hate those numbers on the back of the
Can't see them at all,
shirt.
can you?
No.
Black and white stripes and red numbers.
This doesn't work, does it? It's a drop ball, and Kieran Trippier, I don't think he wants to pass it forward. Almost. Lascelles, Cornet just slipped, he's okay. That's gone out of play, it'd be a Burnley throw. Not a bad thing necessarily, I don't wish him any ill, that Burnley are now behind the Brentford-Leeds game.
Yep.
So we might have an inkling of what's going on there. I wonder if the second half will kick off simultaneously.
That'll be the first time you and I have had an inkling. So that'll be that good.
Yeah.
That's good at the end of the season. That's like progress.
Not used enough, that word, these days. Taylor with the throw. Barnes can't reach it. Here's Longstaff, picks out target. On here for St Maximin. St Maximin. It looks like Collins is picking up. It's an interesting tactic. Almiron's got pace. Long will have to be careful. Doesn't take any chances. Knocks it out of play. That pace, you've got to be careful with it. And Kevin Long made sure he didn't take any chances. Throw here with target. 11 minutes played. That serious injury to Joel Linton just marred things a little bit. Here's target with the throw. 10 yards from the Burnley byline, 0-0 here. Target with it, just picks out Almiron, gets it back, target, uses Almiron. Here's Gomes, Brazilian, signed from Lyon, will have played with Cornet there. Here's Lascelles, uses Trippier, moving the ball about nicely. Too much on that though, and that'll be Nick Popes. Just collects it before it goes behind. And he'll kick this long.
Barnes and Cornet both want it. They've got both of their arms up, and also Roberts is up in that front line now.
Roberts right up there. Kick from Pope. Barnes to come and meet it. Flicks it on for Cornet. Into Van Baal, but gets away with it. Here's McNeil. Trippier in quickly. Wins the challenge, but Burnley get back at him.
Cornet's got it back.
Cornet's won it back. It's gone wide here for Taylor. Did well to keep it in. McNeil buzzing around well here, McNeil. Burnley just trying to keep the ball a little here. Tarkowski forward, looking for Cornet. Can he get behind them here? Battling with Lascelles. Lascelles just too strong. And there's a trip from Cornet.
He was waiting for the contact, wasn't he? He was slowing it down, so as soon as the man hit him, he could fall over. All a bit obvious. But I tell you what isn't obvious is I said at the start here, we'll be solid in defence. What we won't do is put three up front, and we kind of are doing that. We're setting up at times here when the ball's coming out from the back, and we've got Ashley Barnes, Cornet, and Roberts as almost a three up front, and Roberts is kind of going midfield to the forward line. So we are playing very, very positively, and Kevin Long in the middle at the back. I mean, it's different.
It is. I mean, there seems to be a surprise every time almost, isn't there?
Yeah.
Here's Dubravka with the kick. Big boot forward. It's gone beyond Tarkowski. Good work from Almiron. Long going across with him. So Long just a little bit on that left-hand side now. Ball into the middle. Burnley win it. Done well to win it. Cornet could win the next ball here. Goes down. No foul. Picks himself up.
Lost it, but he was solid in the challenge.
Here's Guimaraes. Just helps it on nicely. Touch on. Burnley got it away. Barnes to win this next ball. Finds Cornet. Cornet back for Roberts.
Layoff.
Roberts looking for Cornet. He's given him a bit to do there. Burns not the slowest. At 6'6", gets it away. Collins wins the next header. Will break here for Almiron.
We've got two on the right-hand side here coming back, so we need to get back into position as they come down the right-hand side, and we are back in position.
Here's Guimaraes. It's gone wide on that right-hand side. Tries have come on Burnley. Newcastle's seen a bit of possession. Guimaraes has done really well since he joined them. Trippier back inside for Lascelles. It's with St. Maximin. Left-hand side, he's a dangerous customer. Burnley doubling up a little, perhaps, with Roberts in front of Collins. Maybe that's the idea. He's got such good skill.
Well, it's worked this time.
Hasn't kept that in play. It'd be a throw to Newcastle.
Yeah, it certainly worked that time because they doubled up, and when Roberts lost him, Collins was in, but he said it didn't go out. The linesman said it did. Throw to Newcastle on the left. With
target. 15 minutes gone. Lengthy delay. Certainly 4 minutes for that injury in the 15. Newcastle certainly had a good 5 minutes here. Jacob Murphy come across for the throw. Looks to turn away. Hooked inside. Collins to deal with it. Needs to try and get it away here, Collins. Put his foot on it. Wilson trying to turn. Guimaraes with a chance. Save from Pope, and he'll get it away. Collins has done well. Corner, Newcastle.
Yeah. As that ball came in, you're hoping Nick Pope can get two arms on it, but as he goes down, his elbow goes down first. He can only push it away, and luckily Collins is sliding in there to make sure it's not in any more danger, but it bounced away from Nick Pope.
No problem. Only Liverpool and Man City have done the double over Burnley. Newcastle could add to that today. Corner, first corner of the game. Everybody almost in the Burnley box here. It's swung right in there. Ball in there. Pope with a punch away. Is there an infringement? They think it's handball, Newcastle.
They're appealing
here.
They have literally...
What do they think this is? Craig Pawson, is he interested? Is it another corner? Collins has got his head in his hands. What's happened here?
The majority of Newcastle players were surrounded.
Something happened here, isn't it? Pope with the punch. Oh, he's handled it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's handled it, Collins. I think that'll be a penalty.
He punches it, doesn't he?
He punches it. He knows Collins, doesn't he? I think it's a penalty here. It's a VAR check, and I think Newcastle have got a penalty here. Handball, Collins.
It'd be amazing if we got away with this.
I don't think we'll get away with it, will we?
No.
No, I think this will be the shot. Pawson, they're checking on VAR. Strange situation. Punched. And then there's a hand with Collins extended. I mean, you could argue it's similar to the one that Dean got away with on Thursday, but I think this will be a penalty.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And you're right, he knows.
He knows, doesn't he? He's going to check the monitor.
Yeah.
You know what happens here. I think this will be a penalty. I don't think Burnley can have any real complaints here.
No.
Going to check the monitor.
It's very obvious.
I think this will be a penalty.
Yeah.
On 18 minutes. A real setback for Burnley.
That's the way he snatches his hand away quickly as well, because he knows he's done it.
He's looking at it long and hard, isn't he? But I think I can't really see how he can't give it. No. There's a player waiting to head it. Penalty here.
Yeah, you can tell by his face.
It's a soft one.
It's almost like Craig Pawson didn't want to give it. He's got that face that says, "Oh, I don't know. You know, there's not a lot I can do it, lads."
Yeah, it's a handball, isn't it? Now who grabs it? Wilson.
Nick Pope's going to try and put him off, and already he's wandering around having a chat to him.
Yeah, the referee won't allow much of that, will he? Be Wilson to take it. Now then.
He's sending him away.
Dramatic stuff here.
Right, we've got the greatest goalkeeper in England.
Come on, Nick Pope.
He is solid.
Wilson against Pope. Callum Wilson against Nick Pope. Come on, Nick Pope. The referee's having a quick word here. He's having to wait, Wilson. Handball given against Collins. And I think Nick Pope getting a message to the rest of the team. Stay out of the box, I think. Wilson against Pope. Soft penalty. Checked on VAR. Come on, Nick Pope. The referee's ready. He's just checking on encroachment. Wilson against Pope. Come on. Massive moment in the game already. Wilson against Pope and scores. Sent in the wrong way. Newcastle lead here. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 1. Callum Wilson from the spot. And as things stand, Burnley will be back in the relegation zone. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 1.
Well, the news will be going all over Brentford as we speak. The Leeds fans will be cheering right now, and they have got the box seat.
And Leeds lead at Brentford. Brentford 0, Leeds United 1. Gelhardt with a goal. So Burnley right up against it here. Newcastle lead here, and Leeds lead at Brentford. So as things stand, only a win would do.
Well, on that penalty, there's nothing Nick Pope could do about it. He decided to go to the right, and Nick Pope went to his right. So
Nathan Collins has got to pick himself up here.
Yeah.
One of those things, perhaps, just instinct.
Long way to go.
Hand out.
Long way to go.
That's the main thing,
Watford.
Isn't it?
Remember Watford.
It's only 20 minutes. It could be offside. The Leeds goal could be offside. It's been checked on VAR. So let's have a look at that. Let's just wait on that news.
I've never seen
Taylor with a throw. No goal. It's been ruled out.
So
remains 0-0 at Brentford. Brentford 0, Leeds United 0. Ruled out. And ball against Trippier here, we think, who's hurt himself in the process.
Certainly what Barnes is saying.
They'll know each other well, and I think Trippier's in some discomfort here.
Yeah, he's rolling about, isn't he?
What's happened here?
Ball comes over the top and he controls it with his right foot.
Like handball,
bounces back and hits his...
gets caught, doesn't
his hand, and then Barnes carries on.
Trips is okay here.
Well, it's possible gameplay here in that he wants to distract from the handball. And Barnsley immediately turned around and said, hang on, that's just bounced and hit his hand. So we'll have a free kick, thanks. And he's still saying it to Pawson. Don't think he's going to get it.
Those don't get checked, do they?
Throw-in is what we're going to get from this. That'll do. Here we go.
Back up. Here's Barnes. Tries to hook it inside. Keeper coming, collects it. Not going for Burnley at the minute.
Have you ever seen so many people, Phil, when you look around the crowd here with their fingers right in their mouth, chewing their nails?
Gelhardt's goal ruled out. Remains 0-0 at Brentford. But Newcastle have the lead here. Burnley will pick up the loose ball here with McNeil.
Nice
Good
touch.
skill, take men on. McNeil to try and lay it off. Finds Court. Court wide for Collins. Collins to get the ball in the middle here, perhaps. Driving forward, Collins, trying to hold his man off. Can't find the pass. Wins it back, wins it again.
He battles.
Does battle, doesn't it? It'll be a Newcastle throw.
There is some battling mentality going on here. I mean, we had two at the back there, just Charlie Taylor and Tarkowski, as Collins went forward with Roberts. We don't want to be exposed at the back, but they are determined.
Here's Court to win the loose ball. Stabs it forward, too much on it. They'll go behind for a goal kick.
Now, the danger with that is we haven't seen much of that all season in terms of us moving forward in those sorts of numbers. But, of course, on the break, we could easily expose ourselves. But Collins knew he was exposing the team and didn't want to let it go. I mean, 3 or 4 times he went back in for that ball to win it again and again and again until eventually went out.
Dubravka with the kick. Newcastle's away record, 4 wins, 4 draws, 10 defeats. Burnley have got a look to add to that tally today. Brownhill to win that. Barnes on his chest, too much on it. Guimaraes touch back for Burn, who's been sensational for them since he's joined them from Brighton. Here's Trippier, looks to be okay thankfully now. Tarkowski wins that header. Cork will have to jump in with Guimaraes. Heavy touch from the Brazilian. Don't think he fancied that. Here's Collins, uses Cork. Wide here for Roberts. Roberts looking forward for Collins. Who's getting forward here. Can't touch it on for Barnes. Caught here. That's a foul by Burn. Oh, it should be a free kick, I think.
Well,
can't believe that's not been given. Listen to the crowd. It looked a clear free kick. Burnley taking it with Roberts, taking the throw with Roberts.
Well, Barnes went mad at Paulson there. Paulson was pointing his finger at him as if to say, you shut up, I'll referee this game.
Looked like he was beyond him, didn't he? And Byrne had caught him. Here's Tarkowski. Looks like Lowton would have played today, perhaps, wouldn't he? At right back. Pope's got under that a touch. Longstaff leaves it. Court, Brownhill, looks at the referee. Burnley ball. Burnley ball. Craig Pawson's got to...
holds his hands up, says,
yeah, he said, well, he's just got... It's a simple thing. Stop now, isn't it? That's the rules these days. Crowd getting on his back, looked to foul. And for me, Byrne goes in the book for that challenge. So you can see why Burnley are angry.
So we've got possession here, and it goes straight up.
Looking for Cornet over the top. He won't reach that. And that'll be a goal kick.
Tarkowski's holding his hands up, saying, sorry, that was an error.
Liverpool have equalised. Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Go through all the half-time scores.
When should we do that? Half-time, right?
At half-time. That's how it works.
Yeah, good one.
It's as simple as that. I know you're trying to cheer me up, Burnley are down here.
We'll have none of this fun
soft
over the
penalty.
summer.
Soft penalty. Header won by Long. Here's Barnes, 12-pid on.
Yes.
Roberts on the chase. Can he find Cornet? Blocked by Lascelles.
Did the right thing. Went for the first time ball because Cornet was breaking. The block comes off Newcastle. We get possession right up the pitch. He can go for one of his long throws now. And we're all piling up for this.
Yeah, it looks like Collins is going in the middle here. Cries have come on Burnley. Here's Roberts with the throw. Decent throw in there. Collins to head on, looking for Barnes. Barnes to try and win it. Did look like he was being held, but we don't check that on VAR. Here's Collins. Touch back here for Cork. Cork to get the cross in. Barnes
is being held.
Being held all the time.
He got pushed off the
Got
ball.
to look at that, surely.
He's pushed off the ball.
Got to look at that.
He literally has hold of him and pushes him off the ball.
It's every bit a penalty, isn't it? As the Burnley one. Corner only. No check.
He literally has hold of his shirt and pulls him off the ball, and that's not even Barnsley putting it on there. He literally manhandles him.
Craig Pawson happy to continue here. McNeil with the ball in there. Dubravka comes and collects. Burnley got to be careful here. They've got pace on the counter.
Oh.
And I think Tarkowski just caught his man there. That'll be a free kick.
When you say just caught his man?
Did catch him, yeah.
He said, you're not going anywhere because I'm not going anywhere.
Could have booked him
so
there,
you can, yes, I'm surprised he's not got a yellow for that. He won't get away with that twice.
Less than 20 minutes of the half remain. As things stand, Burnley will be going back into the bottom three. That Callum Wilson penalty separating the two sides on a nervy afternoon. Dubravka. Surely he can take it. Not quite sure why there's a stop in play here. Dubravka with it. Looks to launch it. Tarkowski wins the header. Cornet to the next ball. It's come off McNeil. It'll be a Newcastle throw. Tense stuff here. Here's Trippier with the throw. Relegated with Burnley, of course, in 2015. Left for Tottenham after that relegation. Foul here. Player knocked over.
Yeah, Dwight McNeil came strong into the back of him, straight over. Dwight
Free
was
kick
going
by
in.
the touchline, isn't it?
Yeah, took his legs away at the back. Fair enough, but gives Newcastle possession to put everyone up front. And in
Trippier
fact,
with the free
everyone
kick.
is.
Everybody back for Burnley.
Yeah, Cornet's just saying, do you want me back as well? And the answer is yes.
Trippier replaces it. We'll have some considerable added on time here because of that sad injury to Joe Linton. Free kick on that far side. It'll be swung in. Left for Trippier to deliver. Gone in deep, very deep. Too much on it. St. Maximin won't keep that in play.
Burnley throw.
Burnley throw. Weghorst warms up on the far side.
He's almost as tall as the Bob Lord stand, isn't he?
Yes, isn't he? Yeah. He's
just Andy if we lose the ball.
It's Byrne to win the header. Half block. Cornet looked like he was being held by Byrne. One here
Possession.
by McNeil.
Yes.
Helps it on for Roberts. Chance here for Burnley. Roberts took it back inside. Can't find his man. So Lucky trying to find Cornet.
Good block.
Target with the block. This is going to go long. I think Collins is the man to go in the middle for the long throws now. Run up from the cinder track for Connor Roberts. Gets it in there. Barnes to flick it on perhaps. Court to win the next header. Cross comes Collins. Flicks it on. Back from Trippier to his keeper.
Calm from Trippier, wasn't it? Turned round, heading back. Knows who's around him and who isn't. And he's now telling the Newcastle team to slow down and calm down.
A real body blow, that penalty. Pope had got the punch on. Don't think they were going to score from that position. Long to win that against Wilson. Here's Cork. Uses Collins. Tarkowski. Looking long, but slices it out of play. Burnley haven't really settled in the game, if we're honest.
No.
A couple of times Cornet's looked like he could get away, and Roberts has not been able to find the pass.
It'll come. I mean, it's, yeah, a couple of times you'd hope whoever's on the right-hand side can deliver that pass, but he's always put it straight into the Newcastle player. We've got the possession, we've got the throw. Could be worse.
Here's Dubravka. Cornet to chase. Back with Lascelles. Newcastle have got the goal. Happy to play around the ball at the back. Longstaff to use Byrne. Byrne to get it forward. St. Maximin heavy touch. Brownhill back for Collins. Collins on for Roberts. Back for Collins. Collins forward here for McNeil. Won't break. It's come off McNeil, and that'll be a throw. McNeil trying to get involved, isn't he? Coming across from the left.
It's all the right attitude. We've just not had a result out of it yet. From everybody, you have to say. Same as the other night at Villa. Very solid at the back. We're trying a slightly different formation, which will have surprised Newcastle. They'll probably change it around at half-time, maybe to compensate for that.
Collins wins that header. Here's McNeil trying to get the ball under control. Can't manage it. Here's Tarkowski looking for the ball over the top. Byrne wins the header. Next one, McNeil. Here's Guimaraes. Corking strong, won the ball.
How's that? How's that a free kick to Newcastle? Cork saying,
certainly deflected the ball, didn't he? He changed the path of the ball. Guimaraes on his chest. In comes Cork. Maybe he did catch him.
Well, he goes across him, but he doesn't seem to catch him. I don't know. I didn't see that.
Guimaraes was looking to go down a bit too easily there for me. Dubravka with the free kick. Burnley got to stay in this. Remains 0-0 at Brentford. Arsenal lead Everton 2-0. Dubravka with the kick. Looking through the middle. Byrne trying to flick it on. Wilson in there. Burnley haven't got it away. They have now through Collins. St. Maximin to take it down. Look to run at Burnley here. Run at the Burnley defenders. Overrun it. Good clearance. Cornet has to try and battle and win this. Heads it on. Covered from Trippier. All the way back to his keeper. Barnes in pursuit. Dubravka gets it down that right. Looking for Almiron. Taylor wins the header. Barnes can't play any part. He was offside. Checks his stride. Back for Dubravka. Good clearance. Looking for Wilson. Trying to get close to him is Long. Touched on for St. Maximin. This is where Burnley can be stretched. St. Maximin looking ahead. Finds Almiron. Edge of the box. Back again for St. Maximin. On here for Guimaraes. Here's Longstaff. Wide again here for Trippier. In a bit of space here, Trippier helps it on. Burnley stretch. Murphy in the box. Back again for Trippier. Good ball in. Looking in the middle. Headed away by Collins. Might fall for Longstaff. Trying to turn one way, then the other. Murphy to touch it on. Brownhill's got back, wins it, and fouled for Burnley free kick.
Ironic cheers.
I don't think you needed the word ironic. I think people realised. I think it's a penalty. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Burnley can't have any complaints. Although, obviously, the Luca Dean one should have been given on Thursday night.
Yep.
Kick with Pope. 12 minutes to half-time. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 1. Burnley have won this fixture twice in the Premier League. Need more of the same today. It's gone straight out of play. Throw with Trippier, right-hand side. Trippier with it. Throws it into the middle. Wilson's going to reach this. He's fouled by Roberts. Roberts can't believe it. Looked a soft one. Free kick just outside the centre circle. Burnley half. There is this thinking that Burnley don't get decisions in the Premier League. I'm sure the referees don't come here with any intent or thoughts. But at the minute, Burnley will be losing their Premier League status. It's 0-0 at Brentford. 1-0 to Newcastle here. Remember, Burnley have got a match lead as a result or better it. Trippier over this. Dan Burn's gone forward.
They're going to take the time.
They are. I think the referee's got to sort of get them to get on with the touch. Looking for Burn, too much on it. Goes behind.
I think we'd do the same, don't you? I think we'd do the same.
I think Burn wanted a free kick for some reason there. I'm not quite sure why. Got to get at them a little bit, haven't we?
Well, we have been getting at them. I mean, you know, you can't say that there's anybody on this pitch today that hasn't shown true commitment to every single challenge that's presented to them. So we are getting at them, and of course, if that's more nerves than anything else, it means, you know, the final pass maybe isn't getting there.
Just kept in play here. Barnes to win the next header. Heads it on looking for corner, but out of play. It's with Kieran Trippier. Final 10 minutes of the half, but there will be some serious additional time. Let's hope Joel Linton's okay. Here's Guimaraes. On for Target. St Maximin left-hand side. St Maximin back again for Target. Almiron back for Target. Burnley applying pressure. There'll be some tired legs out there from playing Thursday night. Lascelles to go wide for Trippier. Trippier back inside. Patient stuff from Newcastle. And Barnes has nicked it here. He's looking ahead, finds McNeil. McNeil crowded out.
He's away.
But goes away from one. Needs a bit of support here now, McNeil. He's won the throw. Good from Burnley.
That's the danger, isn't it, that we played on Thursday night, and the recovery time's going to be a problem in 70, 80, 90 minutes.
Absolutely.
That's where we're going to worry.
A win on Thursday would have made all the difference, wouldn't it? Header one here by Target. Next one, Kevin Long. Done well with that. Barnes to flick on, looking for corner.
It's a good flick.
Burn will just get it back to Dubravka. Slovakian with a good clearance. Looking for Murphy. Might break here for Tarkowski. Cornet was offside. Had to just check his stride. Comes away with the ball. Touches it on nicely here from McNeil.
By Tarkowski.
Good from McNeil too. Here's Roberts. Got Collins on the overlap. Finds him. He's going to have to try and wrap his foot round this. Does get the ball back in there. Cleared well by Longstaff. And it's gone out of play. Wilson kicks it away. Should be going in the book there. That would be time wasting surely. But not even a word from Craig Pawson.
Second half.
Villa lead at Man City.
Gosh. Well, it's all happening
Matty
today.
Cash. So that gives Liverpool hope. It's gone a bit scrappy for Burnley here, but Tarkowski will retrieve. Just dummied that, I think. Did he or slip? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Pope's got the clearance away. And there's nerves here. Burns pushed his man down. And I've got to tell you now, that's not his first offence. They're playing on now, Burnley. Taking it quickly. Driving into the box. Brownhill. Can he touch it on? No, he can't. They'll clear the lines. The referee was happy for them too. Now, I would have thought they've only got to be careful here because he may be cautioning players at some stage. Burnley won it back. Here's Roberts. Found McNeil. McNeil. He's going to have a shot here. Is McNeil. He's hit it well. Too high. Better from Burnley. Better from the Clarets.
Great effort. They're all having a go, Phil, and even McNeil there, he was way out, 30 yards out. He puts it past one player. He's free to have a shot, and he does, doing exactly what he should do. Great effort from Burnley. They are all piling in, though. Every single man here is trying to win the ball. We've got to be careful we don't get done on the breakaway. That's all I'm worried about. But at this stage, when you're 1-0 down, kind of doesn't matter.
Spoken to Burn. It's not enough, to be frank. Burn 3 or 4 times now has held his man and got away with it. Long can't win that against Wilson. Collins back to Pope. Miscue here from Pope.
Yeah.
Out of play. It'll be a throw.
Right-footed slice.
The saves from Traore and from Diop. Nobody's going to complain about Nick Pope.
Phenomenal the other night, wasn't he? Just phenomenal.
He was. 6 minutes to half-time. Still goalless at Brentford. But Newcastle lead here by a goal to 0. And that would take Leeds above Burnley as it stands. Throw into the middle, looking for Wilson. Always a danger, Wilson. Lays it off for Almiron. Back again for Wilson. Wide here, left-hand side. Ball into the middle. Long will deal with it. Collins to try and get it on his right foot and away. Can't find a Burnley shirt. Trippier, good touch. Cornet's on the chase here. Will break for Barnes.
Gives it to Barnesy.
Barnes here. Now he's got McNeil trying to run with him. There'll be action, I think, taken against Trippier when play stops. He's certainly caught Cornet. McNeil battling away.
Give it, Dwight. Give it.
He's giving it Cork. Cork here. Back inside for Cork. Cornet's picked himself up. Looking in the middle for Roberts. Can't win it. Goes through to the keeper. Vane appeals for a foul. Not going to be given. No action on Trippier, is there, on Cornet?
No. Interesting to see Roberts up. He was basically centre forward in the end.
Was at that stage, wasn't it?
Interesting. Total difference today in positional play from Connor Roberts.
Here's Lascelles. Burnley haven't created a lot, that's got to be honest. Here's Burn. On for target. Back again for Burn. 5 minutes to half-time. Good skill from the lad from Darlington. Helps it on for Guimaraes. Trippier screaming for it right-hand side. Uses Longstaff. Here's Trippier. Burnley going to have to come from behind. As things stand to stay in the Premier League. Here's Trippier. Back again for Longstaff. Happy to keep the ball. Newcastle, ball forward, Almiron to reach it. Tarkowski gets there, wins it. Holds his man off, might have pushed him, but got away with it, and that'll be a throw, Burnley.
A couple of times Tarkowski's casual and superb. And, you know, you keep thinking, oh my God, don't do that, you'll make a mistake. He hasn't made one mistake today. They've all been superb. The only mistake, of course, the penalty, when Collins left his hand out and knew immediately he'd left it there and pulled it away. And then he knew there was a penalty coming from that. Other than that, we are fully committed to this game, and that will bring something during this game. It will bring something.
Yeah, we've got to stay in there, haven't we? Taylor's not kept that in play from the throw, and that'll be a Newcastle throw. Been a bit scrappy, haven't we? We've not kept the ball well enough.
Well, it's going to be a scrappy game, isn't it? We're getting relegated if we don't throw everything at it, and that is going to mean they're going to go the extra inch, the extra yard. They're going to put their feet where they wouldn't normally. It's the last game of the season. We're playing in the Championship. If we don't get there, it's going to be scrappy all the way. Newcastle will just try and slow it down.
Lascelles to get that forward. It's not the best of balls, and Nick Pope will have a goal kick. 3 minutes of the half remain. Plus, I would think 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Pope to place it. You wouldn't be too worried, but for the penalty, would you? If it was 0-0,
you'd say all right.
RP away, wouldn't
Change
you?
it up at 70, 80 minutes.
Matching Leeds.
Yeah.
Got to find a way. Fekor still play a part, I'm sure. Barnes on his chest, thinks he got pushed in the back by Trippier, the referee having none of it. It'll be a throw to Newcastle on that far side. Everything still to play for, but a setback, no doubt, for the Clarets. Lascelles. Crowd find their voice. It's with Dan Burn. What a signing he's been. Back to the keeper. De Bradker will use Lascelles. Burnley trailing here through that Callum Wilson penalty. Cork to get that forward, can't contribute. Cornet's offside. Lascelles to it first. Uses Trippier. Trippier under pressure. Guimaraes. Here's Murphy. Back for Trippier. Guimaraes again. Playing well out of the back. Long ball forward. Trippier can't win it. Long needs to win the next ball if he can. Into Van Ball. Collins wins it.
Oh, advantage Burnley.
Burnley got a free kick here. It was handball, I think, wasn't it, in the mix?
They were all falling down at the end.
Wilson's hurt himself, Long's hurt himself. Big chance for Brentford, but Buemo can't capitalise. We've just got to keep going, haven't we, here? Kevin Long's struggling here.
Long time to go. You think about how the Watford game went, and we thought we were dead and buried. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes is all we need.
Taylor with the free kick. Burn and Tarkowski battle. Headed away by Trippier of all people. St. Maximin slips. Roberts to collect it and knocked over by St. Maximin. Looking to take it quickly and he's rushed it too much. Roberts blocks it. But they've got to be careful here. They're panicking and
they are a bit
looking to get on with it too quickly. They might win the ball here through Brownhill. Helped on towards McNeil. McNeil driving at them. Looks to have a shot. Dubravka with a save.
Again, great idea. Dwight McNeil gets the ball. He's miles out. Should he pass it? Is there anyone to pass it to? There was no one on his left-hand side, so he decided to drive it. Tune in the middle. Needed to be one corner or the other to challenge the keeper. Easy save for the keeper. Gets his body behind it. No issues at all, but he's having a go. That's what we want him to do.
Tarkowski across to win that. Wilson thought he was pushed. McNeil to touch on for Cornet. Burnley going to get Cornet in the game if they can. He's fouled here, and that's a free kick. Lascelles caught him.
He blocks him completely there. I mean, he puts his knee right across him.
5 minutes. We thought it'd be substantial.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically there. He stuck his knee right in him, Lascelles. When I say right in him, Phil, do you know what I mean by that? I mean, ooh.
Yeah,
you know
still
what I mean?
Down, isn't he?
On the old, give us a minute.
Still down, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maxwell is feeling that. Burnley don't want to lose anybody here.
Yes,
we're already in time added on.
A knee to the crown jewels is not what you need, and I think that's what happened, basically.
Just seen the replay now.
Yes.
He has caught him.
Yes.
I think you'd query whether that was a yellow card or not. Free kick on that left-hand side.
He's sitting up now.
He'll have to go off the field of play. Could have easily been a yellow card. Shoulder perhaps he's hurt, we think. But he's picked himself up. He'll have to go off the field of play. The player wasn't yellow carded, so Maxwell Cornet will have to go off.
You say it's his shoulder, but his knee didn't go into his shoulder. I saw that.
Just looks okay now, thankfully. Burnley going to have this set piece. McNeil to deliver, swings it in. It's not his best, you know. St. Maximin might win this.
Connor Roberts had to get that.
St. Maximin's away here. It's a chance for St. Maximin into the box. Can he finish? Save from Pope. Burnley will retrieve it. Up to away, but not properly away. Guimaraes to win the next ball. Ooh, that looked naughty, didn't it, from Guimaraes? Well, what has he done there?
It looked like an elbow.
There, wow, he's caught Roberts here.
Roberts was straight down on the floor, and it looked like a high elbow in his face, so we'll wait for the replay to see it there. I mean, he's not taking any action.
That has to be checked, wouldn't it?
He's currently not taking any action, but certainly it looked like
a high elbow. It was onside because he was in his own half, wasn't he, St. Maximin? Brownhill kept with him. It was a decent save. And as the ball came back out, we're not seeing a look at that. We're just seeing the save from Pope. Fairly routine. And we're not having a look at this stage at what followed. Oh, he put his arm in his face. Oh, I got to tell you, Guimaraes is fortunate there. Well, why are we not looking at that? Half time at Brentford, 0-0. Free kick only. I'm not sure why we're not looking at that. Yeah. Guimaraes is a bit of a lucky lad, isn't he?
Certainly is.
Ball forward looking for Barnes. Burns wins it. Nice turn here from Murphy. Drives into the Burnley box. Collins will get there. Hacks it away. Burnley looks stretched at times. So 0-0 at Brentford. Newcastle lead by a goal to 0 here. Here's Burn. Finds Guimaraes, boots for him, and he's a lucky lad. He could have easily been under a VAR review there. Here's Target. Strong here, Long. Just eases St. Maximin away. I mean, I've got to query why we've not looked at the Guimaraes on Roberts incident. Burn with the clearance here. Wilson can't play any part. The flag has to go up here. Touch back from Long to Pope. Better clearance this time. Barnes just about got onside, I think.
Oh,
ball down by Burn. And this time Burn, I'm afraid it's offside, isn't it? Wow, Burn's fortunate. The flag's gone up. Dan Burn is mighty fortunate. It's got very physical out there between him and Barnes. But the question will be, why has VAR not looked at Guimaraes' elbow into the face of Connor Roberts?
It's gone, Phil.
It has gone, it has gone.
You got to move on, man. We've got 45 minutes to salvage this, otherwise we're going down. Nothing we can do.
At the minute,
but score 2 goals.
Burnley have gone back into the bottom 3. We're maybe in the last minute of time added on here. Dubravka in no hurry. Not really encouraged by the officials either. Collins to win it. Skied the header a touch. Roberts to try and help it on. Court wins the next ball. Cornet on the chase. Trippier first. Acrobatic clearance, but it's up rather than out. Next header won by Longstaff. There's Tarkowski. Taylor to head it on. McNeil to touch on. Cornet to jump and try and win it. Taylor with the throw on that far side.
Great defensive work again. Solid all the way. Not worried about any of them.
Maybe just seconds left here. We'll go back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski checks his stride, does that well, deceives Almiron, looking forward. Lascelles to win the header. Burnley maybe lack quality. Almiron can't keep that in play. It'll be a Burnley throw. Ben Mee retrieving for Taylor. Oh, Court can't find Taylor from the throw. Sums up Burnley's half.
Yeah.
That's half time. Burnley are behind. That goal on 20 minutes from the penalty spot.
Well,
Punched the ball away, Pope. Collins got a hand to it. Checked on VAR, penalty given. Wilson sent Pope the wrong way. Burnley have had a couple of chances. McNeil left foot effort just over 7 minutes before half time. Another effort from McNeil comfortably saved a minute before the half. A little bit of controversy. Guimaraes certainly seemed to catch Roberts with his elbow, but it didn't go to VAR. No check. And it's 1-0 to Newcastle at half-time.
Well, Mike Jackson was keen to run off the pitch and say to the players, come now, let's get in there and sort this out. The only players that are not, Charlie Taylor's walking off with Ben Mee, and they've had a long conversation going in there about what to do, and now Charlie Taylor's catching up with the other players. But Mike Jackson was very keen to say, move it, get down that tunnel, let's sort this out. So hopefully something in the second half will transpire from this.
Straight down the tunnel, the lads,
you can't fault them for commitment, you know?
No, the commitment's there, isn't it? Certainly the commitment is there, but as things stand...
We're going down.
Yeah, I'm afraid Burnley are going down. I mean, Burnley have got time to do something about it, but the worry would be then if Leeds were to score, a win would be needed.
Well, we're in no different position, really, apart from the loss of a goal. But
the penalty was a disappointment, wasn't it?
What can you do? I mean, in a way you can call it unlucky. He's got his arm up high. Why has he got his arm up high? He's trying to balance himself. He's trying to steady himself. The ball hits his fist. The minute he sees it's hit his fist, he retracts it and knows. It's almost like, oh God, it's hit my fist. And there's nothing you can do about it. I think the lad's unlucky. Vids is just getting applauded, going off on crutches.
For Matty Vidra going off on crutches, the last to leave. He might have to be the first to come out as well.
Yeah.
Half-time scores elsewhere. Arsenal 2, Everton 1. Spurs lead Norwich 2-0 at Carrow Road. It's 0-0 at Brentford. Brentford 0, Leeds 0. Palace lead Manchester United by a goal to 0. West Ham are 1 up at Brighton. Chelsea 1, Watford 0, and Leicester 0, Southampton 0. But the only scores that really matter for Burnley are Burnley 0, Newcastle 1 here. Wilson with the penalty, and 0-0 at Brentford. Brentford 0, Leeds 0. And you run that risk, as we've mentioned. If Leeds score now, Burnley would need 2.
Which is possible, you know. Watford, we were into the last 10 minutes and you and I are thinking, oh my God, it's all over today. You know, at Christmas, would we have put ourselves in this position on the last day? We've had a number of periods in the last couple of months where we thought we're done. You look at what the fans have had to say the last couple of months, there have been periods where it's all over, forget it. And then Sean Dyche goes and everyone goes, oh, is it all over? Surely it is now. And it's not. Here we are on the last day with 45 minutes to go. all we've got to do is score a couple of goals, and we did that the other week at Watford. So it's all to play for. Don't worry about it until the last 10 minutes. That's when we need to go a bit crazy. But yeah, at the moment we're going down. There is still 45 minutes of football to go. They're showing the replay of the
penalty. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I just Collins think the lad's going to score. It's a very tight angle. I mean, I don't really see.
He's backtracking, and then it comes off Nick Pope. So he's trying to get into position, and he's watching where the ball is, and literally it's.
His hand's out for a split second, isn't it?
It is, and it's almost
just
like
take it away.
He's trying to pull himself up almost. Is that he lifts his fist up, and of course, the minute you've done that, you put yourself at risk.
Just take it away from Longstaff, doesn't it?
He does.
That's the problem.
He does. It's definitely a penalty.
Once he's checked it, I don't think Burnley can have any complaints.
No.
Not created a great deal. Well, neither side have they?
No, Newcastle don't have to, do they? They can just rest. They can relax. They can slow the ball down. They don't have to panic. Eddie Howe will be saying that in there right now. He'll be saying, look, they're the ones that are going to be jumpy. They're the ones that are going to make mistakes. If anyone's having anyone sent off, it's them, because they're going to jump in. They're going to get worse as the game goes on. And by the way, lads, they played on Thursday night, so they're going to tire. So their game plan is really easy. Ours is really difficult. I mean, what Mike Jackson says here, and at what point he plans to change it around, maybe as he did the other night. You see with tired legs that definitely we've got to have replacements. Weghorst has got to come on at one point. Maybe Lennon comes on for those extra legs at one point, and we revert it back to something more like a sort of 4-4-2. Who knows? But what you can't do is guess very well at the moment, because Mike Jackson has changed it around and surprised us in many of these games he's been in charge. So I'm not quite sure what he's going to do.
Decent save, wasn't it, from St Maximin?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I mean, if they'd have gone further behind, that would have been a worry.
Yeah. I mean, if we're 2-0 down,
Everton came back on Thursday night, didn't they? We've got to find that resolve here and find our way here.
Glenn Little's on the big screen at the moment, having a chat. He was late today. They were waiting for him, saying, "Where is he? Where is he? He's not turned up." I said, "I'll tell you where he'll be. He'll be having 4 portions of food like he did at Villa the other night." He's a hungry lad, Glenn Little. He likes to eat. I can vouch for him there. But he's here today. He's come in a white striped shirt. I thought he'd be wearing the kit, to be honest. But they're talking to him about the Plymouth game that you talked about with Chris Waddle and his memories of that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it was a similar scenario. Burnley had to win, and they did. 2 Andy Cook headers. Burnley have got to find that sort of resolve today, I think. Mike Jackson will be a little bit disappointed. I don't think we've seen perhaps the quality that we saw in the wins here against Southampton and Wolves. We haven't just seen that quality, particularly going forward. Well, not got Cornet in the game, have we?
I think he's tried to get in the game. He's made some good tackles, but yeah, I mean, he hasn't had enough of the ball to say, look, you've had 10 chances, can you convert at least one of them for us? So it's quite harsh on the lad to...
I think I didn't give one score out, did I? Man City 0, Villa 1. We had given it out earlier.
Man City,
probably
now remind me, they play in... yeah...
So it gives Liverpool a chance, doesn't it? Liverpool are drawing with Wolves at the minute. Everybody's level on
hard one.
90 points.
Like at the bottom, hard to predict at the top as well.
Could switch yet, couldn't it?
It could switch.
Yet.
Although everyone I've spoken to and interviewed in the last couple of weeks, ex-Man City players, have all said, look, they've got too much about them. They're too steady. If you were placing a bet, you'd have to place it based on the form of Manchester City and say that they're going to win it. But you never know today.
Gets a really good reception, Glenn Little, from the crowd. So when does Weghorst come on?
Well, I mean, it might be different today, because normally you'd say you'll wait until 75 minutes and then you'll assess what you're going to do and bring him on. I mean, you could move Collins into the middle, put Roberts at right back, couldn't you? You wonder when that comes. Does that come earlier because we need to get 2 goals ideally here? I mean, that's the point, isn't it?
Cornet could go wide, couldn't he? Lennon could come on and go wide. So you have options and not a lot to play with because of the long injury list. But
I think Lennon comes on probably earlier than normal, I suspect, today. And you've got to save a bit of time really to have 3 up front that are potentially going to score. So do you leave Barnes on, bring on Weghorst, leave Cornet on, and the 3 of them are trying to get us a goal?
Otherwise, we're praying for Brentford to score.
We are. We are.
We like Brentford. We're very popular there.
Brentford have never let us down before.
No.
Apart from when we were there. That was a bit disappointing when they beat us. But you know, that was only them getting back at us for being spectacular when they were at Turf Moor. So
yeah. I mean, you're just hoping, aren't you, that they can do us a favour, because it flips the other way. We were talking about if Leeds score, if Brentford score, Burnley staying up as things stand. So
it has to be said at this stage, whatever happens is going to happen, Phil. But my tribute to you. A whole season, home and away, every game, under 23 games, driving some of the younger lads to games. You have done it all at this club, and people don't know what you do behind the scenes, writing programme notes as well. So congratulations and well done, because it goes unseen. All they see is you shouting justice, and think that's all you can do.
Yeah, I go for a walk in the park and people use that line.
But you've worked hard this season and you've been fantastic, and it's a pleasure to sit alongside you.
Cheers, mate.
You're so professional. You leave no stone unturned. The attention to detail is way beyond my capability. So congratulations to you, whatever happens today. A great season.
Oh, we've got to survive. We've got to survive. I'm not... a long way to go yet. Burnley can turn this round. The penalty's just disappointing. If it was 0-0, we'd be relatively okay, wouldn't we? I think it's just that, the nature of the penalty. And I feel so much for Nathan Collins, who's been fantastic for us.
He has been. I mean, he's been really strong for us, you have to say. And he suits that back line so well, however we've played it. And there's the interesting thing. I think, under Sean Dyche would have maybe gone, oh, he's playing him out of position, what's happening here? Whereas now we're seeing them all in different positions, and they're doing really well.
Yeah. I mean, that has worked, hasn't it?
Yeah.
11 points from 7. It has worked for Burnley, and it's got to work again. I wouldn't be surprised. If very quickly we see Roberts at right back. Weghorst on, maybe Cornet wide, maybe 3 up. I mean, you've maybe just got to gamble here.
Yeah, well, of course you have. We're going down if we don't. Lennon's come on. All the subs are back on and warming up, but Lennon and Phil Bardsley are just walking about in the middle. So does that mean that Lennon comes on a bit earlier than he normally would? We shall see in this game. It looks like there are going to be no changes at half-time by the subs that are warming up, though. Nobody's taking the top off.
Yeah, they're still there. A long way to go. Be interesting to see if Brentford kicks off. Will be delayed. We're just getting... thanks, James. It's been announced in the ground at Brentford that the second half will be delayed by 5 minutes to be in sync with the Burnley-Newcastle game. So, yeah.
Is that just a joke, do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I had a feeling that would happen. So we'll start, and I think they'll start at the same time, just like you would if it was a 4 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
I think they'll just make sure both games get off at the same time. The Newcastle subs are going through a pretty strenuous warm-up, to be fair. But to emphasise, 1 goal changes things. Here it's 1-0 to Newcastle. At Brentford it's 0-0. Brentford 0, Leeds 0. As things stand, Burnley would be relegated. But 1 goal would change that. If Brentford were to score, Burnley would come out the bottom 3. If Burnley were to score, Burnley would come out the bottom 3. So plenty of permutations yet. And Burnley have got to just keep at it. The subs have warmed up. Don't think any of these lads are coming on at the minute. It is a very young Burnley bench. Hennessy, Weghorst, Stevens, Lennon, Bardsley, Thomas, Dodson, Costello and McGlynn. I think Weghorst should be the first change. I don't see that happening at half-time, but I may be wrong.
Here come
Burnley. Really good reception. Cornet's there. There was a little worry about Cornet. Kevin Long's there. So it's as you were for Burnley. Pope in goal. Collins playing at right back at the minute. Long, Tarkowski, Taylor in the 4. Midfield 4 of Roberts, Court, Brownhill, McNeil, Barnes and Cornet up top. Cornet is Burnley's top scorer this season with 8. Rodriguez has got 7. Although 5 of those, of course, were in cup competitions. Burnley first out.
Where are Newcastle? Have they gone home? Have they said
possibly? You're right,
we'll
lads.
Forfeit the game?
Yeah, just knock a couple in and we're off. Matty Vidra might have to make his way around the perimeter, which would be a little bit awkward.
He's already there. He's set off early.
What an example of that. He's been helping the lads out.
Yeah.
We wish him well.
He must have got to the changing room, sucked an orange and come straight back out.
Yeah.
Do they still suck an orange, Phil? You tell me. Do they?
Possibly.
Is that what you do with your six-a-side? You have a suck on an orange at half-time?
There's no break. There's no half-time.
No break?
There's no half-time.
You're like some sort of
robot.
robot.
Straight hour.
Look at you.
Straight hour. I can't bend my knees, mine, but there we are. That's another matter. And Newcastle look as you were. They've already made that change. Murphy for Joe Linton. Burnley certainly want to get on with this. As things stand, it looks like Collins is remaining at right back.
Yep, it looks.
And all eyes will be on Brentford as well. We're in for an unbelievable 45 minutes. Burnley have got to find a way.
It's the balance now, isn't it? It's the balance of nerves. It's it's not going to get less scrappy. It's going to get more. The desperation with every minute that goes by is going to come in. Hopefully that doesn't lead to any mistakes. We need an early goal. That's certainly what will have been said here.
Weghorst is coming on.
He is.
Weghorst is coming on.
Who's missing then?
Is it Roberts? It's Connor Roberts, isn't it?
It is Connor Roberts.
So Weghorst on, Roberts off. And looks to me like McNeil right-hand side, Cornet left-hand side. 4-4-2,
yes.
So that's a positive move, isn't it?
Interesting, you see.
I don't think Connor Roberts did a lot wrong, to be fair.
He didn't, but what Mike Jackson tends to do is make the changes a lot earlier than Sean Dyche ever did. And I said what we can't predict is what he'll do, because it's always a surprise. It is a surprise.
Let's hope Roberts is okay, because he did get a bang to the face from Gamurras, which annoyed us just before half-time, because it didn't get checked on VAR. Newcastle will get us underway in this second half. Touch back for Lascelles. Burnley have to start well. Weghorst alongside Barnes. Cornet left-hand side. Tarkowski to win the header. McNeil right-hand side up against target. Will break here for Gamurras, and Burnley have won it. Good physicality, Burn across. His long legs gets there, and it's going to be a Burnley throw. No touch off McNeil. And they are underway, I assume, at Brentford. So it's 4-4-2. By the look at it, look, Cornet's well up there. Here's Burn. An old-fashioned whack forward. Long holds off Wilson, who's on the floor, not happy with the referee. And Pope will kick this long. Immediate looking for Barnes, who might be offside here. Burns won the header anyway, so it'll be a Burnley throw. With Collins. Interesting, Collins stayed on and Roberts went off. Here's Collins, looking to drive forward. Barnes might pick up the loose ball. No, it's broken for Burnley. Infringement here, Barnes has caught Burn. Stop-start doesn't help Burnley, does it?
It's going to be like that all the way through, isn't it? Newcastle are just going to put a foot in. That's all they need to do to slow it down. Put a foot in, don't take anything fast. Delay. They're 1-0 ahead. They're almost on the beach.
A goal can change things. We know that.
Well, we've got delivery now from the right and left, from Cornet on the left, from McNeil on the right, and then we've got two up front, so be interesting to see how that changes it.
It's going to be a Newcastle throw, left-hand side. I think Collins thought it was his, but it's left for Target. Target immediately looking for Almiron, who was just breaking the back line, but they've got to be careful of that. They've got pace in abundance. Second minute already of the second half. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 1. Striving to do the double over Burnley. With Target, left-hand side. Cries have come on Burnley. Target allowed to take an age, really, with the throw. Gets the ball in, Tarkowski away, only partially. Helped on here. Good challenge from Tarkowski, and he's clattered.
Oh, he's
Surely
hurt.
that's a foul.
He's hurt.
Wow, he got there, and the player was late.
Straight into a ball. Straight into a ball and straight with the hand up, and he's holding his head at the moment with his right hand.
Real commitment.
He's holding his left knee.
And he's caught himself there, hasn't he?
You don't see Tarkowski doing that.
No, he's in some discomfort here.
I
mean, he was clearly caught.
Yeah, he's still rolling
Let's
about.
have a look at the replay now.
He does go piling in.
Gomes again, isn't it?
He goes piling in.
Oh, Gomes has caught him on the knee with a follow through. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. The lad's already lucky because he caught Roberts. And surely they've got to have a look at that. Gomes was late, wasn't he?
I don't know, could he stop himself going through like that? He was going for the ball was in that area. This is a bit like Lowton the other day, you know.
But he's ever so high.
How do you spot yourself? How do you stop yourself when the ball was high as well, wasn't it?
But it's gone. The ball's gone, hasn't it? I'd want to have another look at it. They're treating Tarkowski. The only real, well, somebody goes to right back.
Yep.
Somebody goes to right back, I would imagine, and Collins would come in the middle.
Yep.
The good news is he's getting to his feet. He's made of rock. Now, are we looking at the incident or not? He's caught him high on the knee. We should be looking at it, for me.
It's not happy Tarkowski. There's a bit of pointing going on.
I mean, Kamara's has certainly committed 2 offences. Arm into the face of Roberts, and that boot on the knee of Tarkowski. The officials seem happy enough.
Where's he going with the ball now?
He's dropping it, I think. Craig Pawson seems to think he's got it under control. Certainly caught him. I mean, Tarkowski was in sharp to win the ball. I think Kamara's perhaps thought he was going to get a shot away. It's a drop ball for Newcastle. For Burnley encouraged to get away, but we've not looked at the incident. Obviously deemed accidental, but you'd say Lowton's was accidental, wouldn't you, on Thursday night in that case? A little bit of space here for Murphy. Gets a cross in, danger in there. And Collins with a missed kick into the path of Pope. Got away with that, he was trying to knock it behind, I think, Collins. I'm not sure he's looked necessarily at ease at right back. Here's Almiron. Burnley have got to be careful here. Stay in the game. It's gone wide for Trippier. Trippier just checks his stride. Back inside. Tries to come on Burnley. 1 goal makes a difference here. Lascelles back. Here's Lascelles again. Gets it back off the keeper. Newcastle able to play at sort of 90% most of the time. Looks okay, Tarkowski, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's fine.
Throw from Taylor.
That was nearly an own goal, I have to say.
It was, wasn't it? Touch on from Cornet, and he'll get it back here, Cornet. Looks to run at Burn. He's a one-man defence, Dan Burn. Cornet's got a touch on that. Can't keep it in play. It will be a goal kick.
Yeah, that was almost a mistake by Collins again, because he tried to wrap his foot around it to get rid of it, and in fact tapped it towards Pope, who only just got hold of it. So we're lucky to get away with that. Nervy is what it is.
It is nervy, isn't it? There's no doubt about it. At the minute, the Leeds settle for what they've got at Brentford. Does that help Burnley a little bit?
Well, they can't really, can they? I mean, there's no way Jesse Marsh says, don't worry about it. He's not in control. Unless
big boot forward for Weghorst to chase. They want Cornet flagged offside here, and he's not going to be. Can't get the ball through though.
Yes.
Defending. There's Brownhill. Just driving forwards. Left with Taylor. Taylor, that cross is too near the keeper, and that's gone behind.
He knows it. The minute he left his left
just
foot.
Burnley haven't found their levels, have they?
No, some of the balls are going wayward, and it's nerves. It's pure and simple, and this is why this game's going to be stop-start and bitty and raggy. And the minute Taylor's still shaking his head, yeah,
he can't believe it. He knows he can get a ball in from that position, doesn't he?
It's that blend between trying to relax and knowing it's so important, and you just end up with things going all over the place. It's
the crowd are trying to lift the lads, aren't they?
Yep.
It's not easy. Chase here for St Maximin. Collins to it first, done
brilliant.
Well with that.
Great play.
Comes away from 2. Can't find his man though, wins the ball back. Ball forward here for Barnes, lay off for McNeil, looking for Barnes again. Barnes battling to win it. Comes away with the ball. Who's he got with him? It's a lone path down that right-hand side. And just holding him off here, certainly seemed to have got hold of him. McNeil's come in and nicked it. There's no foul going to be given there. Touch on, Burnley stretched here. The ball's gone out of play, Burnley throw.
I'm glad it did, because Newcastle had 3 up and we only had Tarkowski, so that would have been a goal.
It looked a tad awkward, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. Here we go then, throw in. No, it's saying take it again.
I can't understand what's going on here. The game has got very bitty. Collins with the throw.
For the second time.
I know.
Bit slower this time.
I don't think he's taken too many throws, Collins.
He's going to try and do a long one.
He is, isn't he? He has got a long one in his locker.
Good
Brownhill to win the next ball. They'll try and break away here with St. Maximin. Brownhill trying to get back at him. Good pace from the young Frenchman. It'll be a throw only.
Brownhill does well, gets a left leg in there just to tip it out, so he's got no chance of going forward. We can get players back behind the ball.
8 minutes gone in the second half. Time will not be Burnley's friend as things stand.
Back behind the ball, though, still means that Barnes, Weghorst and Cornet are further forward than the ball itself, because we've got to start gambling.
Almiron's nicked this, hasn't he? Burnley win it back and it'll be a Burnley throw.
Collins again, long one again.
Looking down the line for Weghorst, who's wrestled off the ball by Burn. You just wonder when action's going to be taken on that. Burnley throw. Burn has literally got away with murder, hasn't he?
Does seem to have, yeah. And Paulson's wandering over to ask how he is, how Weghorst is, and he's saying to Burn, come over here, let me have a quiet word with you. And he's talking to both of them and saying, you two, leave it out, leave each other alone.
Leeds have got a penalty. Leeds have got a penalty at Brentford. Wow, this could be significant, couldn't it? Here's Cornet on for Taylor. Raya, come on, David Raya. Burnley have got work to do here. Penalty at the Brentford Community Stadium. Here's Long. Uses Collins. Collins down the line. Brownhill on the chase, but Burn will win it and win it well. McNeil lets it go out for a throw. Penalty for Leeds, which would really knock Burnley back, because Burnley would need two if they converted. It's with Taylor. Cornet inside for Cork. Working hard, Cork, but it's Cork Gomeres. Brownhill battling away. Cornet will break with the ball now. It's Taylor left-hand side. Can he get there? He can. Needs to get a cross in. Trippier's done well. Trippier's blocked it.
He just stands and waits for it. Very cool.
He does, yeah, he does.
Great
Murphy
player.
comes away. Here's Almiron. 10 minutes into the second half. And Leeds have converted the penalty. Leeds lead at Brentford by a goal to nil. Brentford 0, Leeds United 1. Leeds have scored from the penalty spot. So Burnley need two. Here's McNeil. Got to turn it round, Burnley. They've got to find a result. Referee in the way. McNeil spins back. Leaves it for Long. On for Collins. Burnley have got a mountain to climb now. Collins with it, finds Brownhill driving forward. Brownhill in turn for Cornet. Cornet narrow angle, Burn gets back.
That'll do.
That'll be a corner.
Come on, set plays is what we're good at. Here's where we start to come back. Nick Pope's even applauding, going back to grab his towel. And by this point now, the bench should be aware of what's going on at Brentford to start making some decisions. But what decisions do you make off the bench now?
So Burnley 0, Newcastle 1, Brentford 0, Leeds 1.
We've just got to score. We've just got to score and then score again.
Swung in by Cornet towards that back post. Burnley do win the header. Weghorst is in there. Clearance is comfortable. St. Maximin's on the chase. Taylor can't get there. And this is dangerous. Look at Wilson join the attack here. Newcastle could end it here.
There's two of them.
It's a real opportunity. Almiron. He's got Wilson with him. Uses Wilson. Brownhill tried to put the challenge in. Tarkovsky's done well.
Does really well. Corner it goes to
Newcastle.
They stood up, they didn't jump in. It looked like a moment where you would absolutely jump in and try and stop the ball, but that would have meant a penalty or a sending off. They've just stood up sufficiently in order to get the ball. Newcastle in absolutely no hurry to take it, and Jack Cork's gone over and tapped it over to the corner. Flag to say, come on, get on with it, and we really now have to do something. We've really got to do something.
With the penalty. So Leeds would be 3 points clear of Burnley as things stand.
The Burnley fans are aware of it.
They are.
You can see them all looking at the apps. Faces dropping here.
Corner, Newcastle. Swung in, right in the mix there. Header one at the back post, Lascelles. Collins away. Cornet stayed up. Cornet's caught here by Target, surely. Battling away, Burns won it back.
Gets it.
Cornet. Here's McNeil. Cornet's knocked off the ball. Things happening here, and the referee's not picking up. Guimarães with the shot.
Get on with it. Get up, Maxwell. It's gone. We've got to get on with it. This is it.
Referee didn't see it. Whatever happened, got to move on. Here's Cork. Burnley need 2 goals here in over 30 minutes of football. It's as simple as that. Tarkowski for Brownhill. Brownhill to touch it back for Long. Uses Pope. Pope with a big boot forward. Barnes on the chase. Do it first, Lascelles. Can Burnley win the next ball? Headed on. Weghorst has collected it. Touch back for Brownhill. Brownhill on here now for McNeil. McNeil, oh, man in the way. Collins almost in his way. Longstaff's won it, and it's 3-on-3. Burnley are struggling here. St. Maximin touches it on. Almiron, he's got Wilson in the middle. Almiron thankfully goes for goal. Wilson is furious with him. Absolutely furious.
All he needed to do was square it.
He had to square it. And we were 2 down. Burnley can't go gung-ho, but they need 2 goals here.
I think we have to go gung-ho, and that's what's going to happen. We're either going to get the equaliser or we're going downfield. We've got no choice, and you can see that starting to happen in the play already.
Pope with a kick. Again, Byrne and Barnes battle. Referee happened to let it go as 50-50. Cornet right up on Trippier. Murphy up against Taylor. Comes inside nicely, the former Norwich player. Touch on from Longstaff. Almiron's seen all sorts of space now. They're really stretching Burnley.
3-on-3.
St. Maximin to tease Collins. Into the box now, St. Maximin. Murphy. 2-0. Burnley are 2 down here on the hour mark. It's gone sour for the Clarets. Wilson second. And all of a sudden, Burnley are facing relegation. Burnley 0, Newcastle United 2. Wilson with a simple finish.
Of course, it was always going to be that way. We've got to throw caution to the wind because we're going to go down. We have to do something, but that opens us up to the sucker punch. It was 3-on-3. They dribbled it down the left-hand side and literally threaded it through. So all Wilson had to do was put it past Nick Pope, right-footed. He did exactly that, cool and calm. And Charlie Taylor was not near him because we're chasing back all the time here. He was wrong side of...
Simple finish,
it was an easy finish.
Simple finish.
2-0.
Class player Wilson.
There are fans with their head in the hands already. The Newcastle fans are quite buoyant.
Now then. Burnley made the change really with Weghorst on, haven't they?
Statman Phil, when was the last time we came back from 2 goals down? Do you remember?
It's a while. Kevin Long's got to come and collect this. Here's Collins looking for Weghorst. Cross comes Lascelles to deal with it. It'll be a Burnley throw. 2-0 Newcastle, 1-0 to Leeds at Brentford. Here's Collins to get the ball in the middle, looking for Barnes, won't break for Burnley. Brownhill touch back for Taylor. Taylor wide for Cornet. Burnley needs some magic now. Cornet for Taylor. Taylor hits it against his man, it's a corner.
Come on.
Burnley've got to find some magic from somewhere. In effect, they've got to turn it round here and win the game.
They're just arguing about who should take the corner there. Brownhill and Tarkowski all pointing at everybody else and then said, McNeil, you get over and take it. So it's Dwight McNeil that goes over now. And everyone goes up apart from Charlie Taylor, who's stopping back as our single defender.
McNeil with the delivery, swings it in. Header won by Tarkowski wide of the target. That's a goal kick.
No one else warming up?
No, just really the only forward options are Aaron Lennon, aren't they?
Yep.
That apart, Burnley have not got a lot else to offer unless, you know, you're making debuts for Costello, McGlynn.
You're thinking Vids would be too slow on his crutches?
He's not helping us. He's not helping us today, unfortunately, is he? Now then, Burnley. It's a real test for the Clarets. Longer cross to get ahead on that, and it'll be a Newcastle throw. They've got 3 pacey forwards. If Burnley commit men forward, they'll expose the gaps. Jason Tyndall giving the instructions out at the edge of the technical area. It's gone sour for Burnley. Only Brentford perhaps can help them now, unless Burnley come from 2 down to level it. Breaks for Gomes, he's a lucky lad. On in turn here for Murphy. Murphy ball in, easy take Pope. Looking to get on with it quickly now, Pope. Did he think of rolling it out? Uses Tarkowski. Tarkowski for Brownhill, wide for Taylor. Taylor looking early here for Cornet. Lascelles to win it, take it down, the former Forest defender. Trippier back inside for his keeper.
We start. What do we do here, Phil? Do we start going long ball every time? I mean, you get to that point where you go, you got nothing to lose, hoof it.
No. Next goal, I suppose, gives you a chance if you can get the next goal. But Newcastle could get the next goal. They've 3 pacey forwards, haven't they? Here's St. Maximin. Guimaraes. Guimaraes to go wide for Trippier. Trippier will use Guimaraes again. Looks wide, left-hand side for Target. Target back here now. Will look to get a ball in. Burnley not seeing enough of the ball, and it's the Newcastle fans you can hear now. They're really enjoying it. It's with Lascelles. 20th minute of this second half. Burnley 2 down. It's a real lifeline for Leeds. They lead at Brentford by a goal to 0. Wilson loses out. Tarkowski's caught him. It's a foul. Tarkowski in the
Yellow
book.
card coming out. Yep. Of course, it gets to that point, you're 2-0 down, and we want to be careful we don't end up with a sending off here. When he comes around him, takes the legs away.
Trippier over it. Newcastle have had a fantastic run in recent weeks. They only won 1 game of their first 19 halfway through the season. And they've won 11 of the last 17. They were always going to be difficult opponents. Trippier with it. Swing it in right-footed, decent delivery. Tarkowski with the header away. McNeil can't take it down. Guimaraes. Trippier across, ball into the middle, touch away. Burnley need to clear their lines here with Cork. Cork for Taylor. Burnley kept men up. I think Weghorst wanted it early. It's back with Pope. Pope to get it forward. Weghorst had dropped deep to try and collect. Just not working for Burnley at the minute. Cork jumps with Guimaraes. Here's Trippier. Awkward fall for Cork. Wide again for Trippier. Inside for Longstaff. Lascelles will leave it for the keeper. Clearance from Drabagka. I mean, the only way out for Burnley is to turn this around. Looking for Collins coming forward from right back. Hasn't played right back for Burnley. Here's Weghorst.
There's a chance.
Weghorst, touch back for Collins. Collins looking to take men on. Goes wide, giving Weghorst a lot to do. And that'll be a Burnley throw. Collins with it. Plenty in the middle now. Weghorst will join them.
Long throw time again.
From Collins this time, isn't it?
Weghorst's head.
Approaching the halfway point in this second half. Cork to get it into the middle, easy take.
Straight to the keeper, unfortunately. Right idea, long throw to Weghorst. He controls it with his knee, gets it out again, but coming to nothing. The Burnley fans are trying to have a go and get behind the Clarets, but 2-0 down.
Long way back here, isn't it? It's a long, long way back here.
It's a mountain to climb this now.
Kick from Drabagka. Collins to win the ball. St. Maximin, Cork to get it forwards. Van Weghorst, lay off for Barnes.
Cornet's through. Cornet.
He's offside, I think.
Yeah, he was offside.
At the minute, I'm afraid, Burnley, after a 6-year stay in the top flight, will be going back into the Championship.
At a goal, you think we can turn this around at 2 goals. This will be a remarkable escape.
Yeah, we're in a position now where 1 goal doesn't change it.
No.
If Brentford were to equalise, it wouldn't put Burnley out of the bottom 3, would it?
No.
We're running to 2-3 goals scenario. Collins to win that. Court to help it on. Barnes, nice turn, helps it on for Weghorst. Good feet from Weghorst. Is he looking for Cornet here?
On your own.
Weghorst just dinks it wide for Taylor to run onto. Then in the middle now for Taylor, but he's up against Murphy. Has to check. Uses Brownhill. Brownhill's going to lose out here. Has done to Murphy. That's sloppy from Burnley. Almiron back for Trippier. Here's Guimaraes. Brazilians are class act, there's no doubt about it. A bit fortunate with those two challenges.
McNeil's nicked it back now.
Taylor on for McNeil, good from McNeil. Nothing right. Barnes wants it through the middle. He's looking for Collins. Getting forward here, Collins. Up against that Maximum.
He's through.
Comes
He's
inside.
Through. Go on.
Can he hook it back inside? He can.
Oh!
Save. Good save as well.
Yes!
Burnley are back in it. Maxwell Cornet on the volley. Burnley 1. Newcastle United 2.
Come on!
A lifeline. Cornet with the finish.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We said this was a mountain, Phil, and the mountain has just got a little bit smaller. It's now a hill. We powered on, and Collins was the skillful one that really did well. Cornet has a go, and then has a second go as it bounces back at him, left-footed in the middle of the goal. He's parried by the keeper first off. Second time, left-footed underneath everybody and into the back of the net. But you have to give absolute plaudits to Collins. You didn't expect him to win the ball there and beat his man, and he does well. Here we go, Phil. Here we go.
We've got to keep it tight at the back somehow. It's back with Pope. Looking for Taylor. Taylor trying to keep it in acrobatically. It'd be a Newcastle throw. It's only a lifeline. Just over 20 minutes remain.
Newcastle are going to bring on a sub here. Guess who?
Chris Wood, is it?
Looks like it to me.
They want to make it before the throw. I think the referee's got to be strong here. Make sure they get on with it. I think the crowd are telling Craig Pawson, you can't just take an age with a throw. There's Wilson, he's on a hat-trick, remember. Touch from McNeil. McNeil has to be quick here. Help it on. It's back with Charlie Taylor. There is life in the game yet. Taylor looking for Collins if he can win it. He does win it. He's on the chase now.
The boy's a hero.
To knock it out. That's a Burnley throw. There's life in the game now. If they were to come back from 2 down, that would be unbelievable. Here's Tarkowski. Tarkowski to go wide. Villa are now 2 up at the Etihad. Man City 0.
Good heavens.
Villa 2.
What a day.
So there's life in the title challenge. Burnley got a throw. There's life in the relegation battle. Left-hand side with Taylor. Change imminent.
Here comes Mr. Wood.
Got to get on with this a bit quicker, haven't we? Chris Wood to come on. We know how good he is. Booze for Chris Wood. St. Maximin makes way.
Slowly.
Yeah. This is when 30 seconds isn't enough, is it?
Collins
Maximin pushes him away.
Yeah.
Pat on the head, and they've got to take action there. He certainly raised his arm towards Collins before he goes off the field of play. Craig Pawson not really in control of that, I don't think. Wood on. So they'll keep 3 up here. He's gone through the middle. Wilson right-hand side, Almiron left-hand side. Burnley throw. Taylor back for Tarkowski. If Burnley could get another now, it would be game on. Here's Long to bring it forward up against Wood. And that'll be a Newcastle throw. No news from Brentford. It remains 1-0, 2 leads. 18 minutes remain. Ben Mee not happy with taking a while with the throws. That's come off Long. It'll be another throw for Newcastle with Matt Targett. So Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. It's Brentford 0. Leeds 1.
Aaron Lennon's getting ready to come on for us.
It's a long throw, and that's clipped off Weghorst, so it'll be a...
Okay, substitution time.
Lennon on. It's going to be Lennon on, I would imagine, for McNeil. You can't see Cornet coming off at this stage, can you? Crowd have heard something, haven't they? I assume, is that an equalizer? No, no. The crowd getting excited about something. Wood's gone up front. I think the crowd just trying to get behind the lads.
So it's Brownhill that's gone off.
That's a little bit of a surprise, isn't it?
Yep.
Brownhill off. Lennon on. Vekhorst trying to turn away from his man. Here's Taylor. Little bit of space here if he can get a cross in. Tucks it back inside for McNeil. McNeil on nicely, gets it back, McNeil. It's headed away by Trippier. Burnley throw.
Come on, Burnley.
Burnley just got to hope they can score 2 more.
Yep.
Taylor wants the ball quickly.
It's got the fans back on their feet again.
It has, yeah. McNeil wins another throw here. Taylor with it. He needs somebody to offer here. Cornet's goal has got Burnley in with a squeak. Here's Vekhorst, back for Taylor. Back in turn here for Tarkowski. Is he going to look to put a cross in here? It's touched wide for Taylor. Taylor against Murphy. Is he going on the outside? Back for Tarkowski. He's got to plant a cross in here. Collins is at the back post. Good ball for Cork. It's blocked. Balloons up and away. Tarkowski will get there first. Back to his keeper. Burnley got to get on side here quickly. Polt with the kick, and I'm not sure they did. That course possibly didn't. Barnes to try and put Lascelles under pressure. Longstaff with the clearance away. Tarkowski next ball. Burnley've got to just find a way here and try and get a breakthrough. He wants Taylor to run down the left, doesn't he?
He does.
Taylor's obliged. Can he get a cross in here, Taylor?
Does.
Decent ball. Burnley play down. Cut in the header. Off the line. Barnes is not happy. Corner Burnley.
Off the line, and
real atmosphere now.
Dubravka wanted that, but the player in front of him said, no, I'll take it and knock it away. We're all up.
I think Barnes was saying you should be checking something on VAR here. I was knocked to the ground.
So the only player back for us here is Aaron Lennon in defence.
It is. Taylor just on the edge of the D. But they've got to find a way, haven't they? Gone in there. Header from Burn, it would be, wouldn't it? Here's Taylor. Hooks it wide to the taker, McNeil. In a bit of space, McNeil. It's blocked again.
Well, we're piling on the pressure here, Phil. You can't ask for more than this.
I think we've got to score the next goal for it to come off. Here's McNeil on for Taylor. Taylor to try and get a cross in. Another corner. It's going to be McNeil to take it. A little bit of confusion in front of us. Leeds still remain ahead. McNeil with the ball in there. Header one, still in the mix.
Go on.
Oh, they look to push on Barnes there. Who hasn't fallen for Burnley. Murphy will win this. Lennon jumps with him. Lennon wins the header, would you believe? Vekhorst trying to go around bodies, helps it on. Collins trying to go around bodies, helps it on for McNeil. It's relentless from Burnley. They've got to just try and find a way here, trying to take on Trippier. McNeil, can he get a cross in? He does, you know. What a cross that is. It's Burn with a header, it would be. He's been sensational today. Here's Lennon, uses Cornet. Cornet onto his left foot, back again for Collins, on for Cork. Trying to help it on here, Barnes wide.
Too heavy.
Lennon.
Too heavy.
Could be a throw, Newcastle.
Well,
Man City got to go back. Man City 1, Villa 2. Player gone down here.
Cornet's now pointing at his watch, saying, "Look at the time. Come on, he's time wasting."
They're trying to pick him up, aren't they, the Burnley lads? The referee saying you can't do that.
Vought's trying to lift him up. I mean, be careful.
I wonder if there'll be a little bit of controversy here. Do you know, was Guimaraes lucky to stay on? Firstly, for the elbow in the face of Roberts, and then the high boot on Tarkowski's knee.
Oh, maybe. At this point, Phil, it's all gone. We've got 13 minutes. 13 minutes to get 2 goals is the position that we're in. We've got one back, and it was exceptional play, and we've had the full pressure on us since.
Brentford are level. Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Brentford are level. Now then, Burnley only need 1 goal.
Right.
That's better.
13 minutes, we need 1 goal. Wow.
The crowd
have
now.
Just heard it. The crowd have just heard it.
And we should have substantial added on time here.
Literally, that went round like a ripple. Look at that. Everybody back on their feet again now, saying, come on. They're going to practically suck the ball in the goal at this
But we've got to get on with the game. The referee's got to get a bit stronger here.
Jack Cork is waving his arms, saying, come on, get behind us.
Burnley got hope here. But we've got to get on with the game, Craig Pawson. Come on. The referee's got to be stricter here. Target with the throw. Burnley win it. Collins under pressure. Needs a bit of support. Burnley are 2-1 down here. Collins sidesteps one, hooks it wide. Ball on again here now for Barnes. The Cornet goal was Burnley's 300th in the Premier League. Here's McNeil, spreads it wide, looking for Lennon. Cork to win the next ball. Come on, Burnley, you've got to get the next goal here. Barnes with a chance here, into the middle. Oh! Weghorst was so close.
It was inches. He went right across right across the goal. I mean, literally, he was a boot away from putting it in the back of the net. Dubravka's now on the floor. He's injured now. They're all injured. Dear God, is there a player that's not injured on the Newcastle side? Trying to slow the game down, trying to break it up, because they know the relentless pressure that he's on from Burnley at the moment means we're going to break through and get a goal and get the equaliser here. They are literally sitting down at every opportunity here. It was inches away as it went across that goal, and he can't believe it. He can't believe it.
I mean, he's got long legs.
He can't believe it.
They're not quite long enough. Dubravka in that has hurt himself. And City are level against Villa. City 2, Villa 2. Now then, Turf Moor knows one goal would change things. Dubravka doesn't look entirely convincing here, doesn't he?
No, he's hobbling around.
I hope Craig Pawson's made a note, because we surely should have 5 minutes.
Yeah, we should.
Here.
Well, look, if Dubravka's looking like this, high balls, pile them in. Brentford down to 9 men.
9 men. One injured, they've used the subs.
Oh, dear God.
Got a man sent off.
Brentford down to 9 men.
Oh.
You couldn't get any more drama than this today. Brentford down to 9 men at the moment.
Injuries, and they've had a man sent off.
Oh, dear God. So Leeds have definitely got the advantage.
They certainly have.
And we need a goal.
McNeil, back for Tarkowski. We need 2. I think we need 2 here. Tarkowski's fouled, he's feeling that. Burnley got on with it. I think Burnley need 2 here. You can't see Leeds not scoring with 10 minutes left, can you?
Against 9 men.
There's a story here, isn't there?
There's a story every 3 minutes here.
We knew it. We knew.
Here we go.
Ball in from Tarkowski. Barnes to win the header. Cornet's battling away.
Cornet.
Can he get a shot away?
Jack
Back
Cork.
ball for Cork.
Oh,
it's blocked by the defender. Target had got back. Looked like the keeper was beaten to me.
We are pummeling the goal here. Everyone's having a go.
Cork to drive forward here and foul.
Free kick. Come on.
Free kick. Cork's got it.
Linesman waves. All right, here we go. Set play. This is what we're good at. This is the moment where we can make a difference. Jack Cork, he's running to the crowd at the back saying, come on.
Now then, Burnley might need 2 from here. They may need 2 from here. Came back to win against Watford, came back to win against Everton. I think Burnley need to win here. The scenario that's at Brentford, whether they can patch the injured player up and get him back on, I don't know. McNeil with the delivery here. Weghorst screaming for it at the back post.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on here that the referee is completely missing.
He's sorting his wall out,
has he spotted it now? There was a lot of pushing and shoving. There was 2 hands pushing and shoving. He's going into the middle of that melee.
There's going to be considerable time to add on here, isn't there?
Pawson's right in there saying, right, calm down, the lot of you. And they're
Canos equalised and has been sent off. City lead Villa 3-2. They've come back. Can we?
Yes,
McNeil,
we can.
Eventually the free kick will be taken. This is not helping Burnley's cause. Free kick with McNeil. Gets it in there. It's got a deflection off the defender. Corner. Burnley 6th of the game.
82 minutes
trail
gone.
2-1. 2 quick yellows for Sergi Canos.
Aaron Lennon's going to take it.
Burnley corner.
Come on.
Lennon with it.
They're still pushing each other in that
Everybody
box.
to their feet.
They're down
it's
on the
in
floor.
there. Burnley trying to win the header. Was it Burn again? Another corner. Burnley are applying the pressure.
Ticking towards the 83 minutes now.
You just wonder if Brentford could hold out against Leeds with 9 men. It's Cornet this time.
Come on.
Tarkowski at the back post. Cornet with the delivery, swings it in. It's headed away.
Keeper's missed it.
It's gone behind for another corner.
Corner again. Come on.
Relentless
83
pressure.
minutes gone now. This time Lennon goes over for it again. The referee's saying keep away from each other. Stop the shenanigans. He's not happy.
Score.
He's going to stop it again.
Yeah, there's a player down.
Players falling over each other. Talk about hot-blooded this.
Celebrating the goal. And then again for a foul on Rafinha inside a minute. Ajer injured, Brentford no other subs. 1-1 at Brentford. Wow. This is a cliffhanger. Ball into the box, deep towards the back post. Burn wins absolutely everything. He's winning a second header here. Ball back in though. Can Burnley win it? Trying to head it on.
Offside.
Next in there, there's an offside flag. There's an offside flag gone up. It'll be a Newcastle free kick.
Come on. Come on, Burnley.
Can Brentford hold out though?
We are relentless here. We are battering their goal. If only we played like this all season.
Well, we found something, haven't we? We've got it back to 2-1. Dubravka in no hurry here.
They know, and Barnsley's saying, come on, switch on, stay on it, come on.
One chance might do it. Wood battling with Long. Barnes trying to flick it on. Taylor will win the next ball. Oh, look like handball. Wilson's got it. Wilson's got a chance here. Into the arms of Pope.
Keepers, get it up. Straight away, Nick. Get it up.
Pope rolls it out for Collins. A little bit behind him, but he's got it. Got to go down the middle now, hasn't it? Collins looking for Weghorst. Up against Lascelles. Too much on it. Goes through to the keeper. Dubravka. Approaching the final 5 minutes. It is agony for Burnley. They've got to find an equaliser from somewhere. What a story at Brentford. Sergi Canos celebrating the goal and then immediately a foul. Kick from Dubravka. Wood and Tarkowski go for the ball. Pope with a clearance. Barnes against Burn. It looks a foul on Barnes. Burn too strong on that occasion. Hacked away. Still in play, is it? It is, you know. No, it's a Burnley throw. Pope for Collins. Burnley have got to get a goal from somewhere and hope Brentford can hang on. It's agonising. Court to try and flick it on. That's the scenario. Here's Guimaraes, maybe a bit fortunate, the Brazilian. Longing to win it, but can't. Wilson, it'll break from here. One hat-trick, remember. Can he finish it? Touches it on. Guimaraes, it slips. Oh, that's a comical slip.
It was.
When he was
we'll take that.
on goal. Pope takes it quickly.
Come on, straight up. Come on.
Collins looks for Taylor with 4 minutes plus time added on. Can Burnley find a goal here?
We haven't got time to play football. Come on.
Looking for Lennon. Lennon's done well to keep that in play, to be fair. Here's Collins. Got men in the middle here. Barnes a little deeper than the others. Here's Taylor. Can he take on Murphy here? Go on the outside. Cornet wants it. Back again here. Tarkowski. Got a man over at that back post if Burnley can find it. It's with McNeil.
We've got to start hoisting it. Come on.
For Weghorst. Looking for Cornet again. Trippier with the block. Challenge is won by Guimaraes. Done well there, the Brazilian. Comes away with the ball. Helps it on for Wilson. Burnley have got to get the possession here. Chance for Almiron, but Tarkowski wins it.
Turn and go, Jack.
Court. Does he have to just go long here?
You've got to.
See if you can create chances. It's with Barnes. Back again for Lennon. Here's Collins. Burnley have got to find the chance here. Here's McNeil. Wide for Taylor. Taylor looking to dig one out. Barnes in the middle. Header save from Dubravka.
Goal.
Was that going to be the minute? Oh, Cornet with the header.
So close, and Taylor did so well down the left-hand side.
Good cross.
Got the cross in brilliantly, scooped it over, and you thought that was going to be Cornet. As long as he got it away from the keeper, he was going to get it in, but keeper was an equal match to it. Back in play.
Header one. Burnley got to stay on side here. Flick on, keeper's coming. Collects it. 2.5 minutes plus time added on. It remains Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Burnley need a goal. Burnley need a goal. Dubravka taking his time. Kicks it, Slovakian, high into the afternoon sky. Taylor to win the header.
Does.
Helped on by McNeil. Lascelles on the volley and away. Oh, hold off here by Wood. That's a foul.
Free kick.
Wood backing
Free
into
kick.
Tarkowski.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it,
Wilson
wait for it.
blocks it.
Get up, get up.
Ready to make a change here. Oh, I'm not sure that we're ready.
No, he's going to, Eddie Howe's trying to slow it down, bring it on a substitute now.
Crowd not happy. I think we'll have 5 additional minutes. But we're already in the 89th. Who's coming off here? Have they decided? Almiron. I think the referee's got to go off on with him, I think, here. The referee's got to take a little bit of an initiative here and get the substitute off a bit quicker.
Well, he's got to be adding time on for all of this. All right, so we're in the point now where this is Nick Pope going up for corners territory,
yes,
aren't we?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So we either let in another goal or we score on ourselves,
come on.
or we're going down here.
Tarkowski can't win that. They want it to go out of play. Oh, he's come off.
Oh, come on, corner.
Corner.
He's given a goal kick. He's given a goal kick.
How's he given a goal kick there? Was he behind the line, Murphy?
God knows, back into position.
90th minute. 90th minute.
Added time is all we've got.
He was in play, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a corner, you know. It's a corner.
Added time is all we've got, otherwise we're going to Middlesbrough and Hull.
Dubravka still hasn't taken the goal kick. I think there'll be 6 or 7 additional minutes here. It's going to be lengthy. Oh, Wilson's on the run here to collect this, looks to shoot. Newcastle keep the ball. I think the Newcastle fans might keep the ball here.
I think they might.
Burnley will need a spare ball here.
Got a spare ball.
And Burnley reacted quickly, got a ball. It's going to be 4 minutes. 4 minutes only.
4.
Tarkowski's gone up. Not sure how we've only got to 4.
Right, Tarkowski up front, Barnes up front.
Goal could win it. 5 minutes added at
Cornet up
Brentford.
front.
Burnley have got to find a goal from somewhere here. Trailing 2-1. Pope with a kick. Just got to win it. Again, Tarkowski jumps. Wood to get the header away. Court to help it on. Tarkowski trying to touch it on for Barnes. Burnley just got to offer everything forward here. It's with Taylor. Taylor back for McNeil. It's got to go in the middle at some stage.
He's
lost out to Gomes. McNeil trying to get back. Gomes has lost the ball, as he knows. Collects it again. He's got Murphy with him. Good challenge, McNeil, but it breaks for Ritchie on that far side. Ritchie holding on to things now. Uses target. Burnley can't win it back. It looks like Leeds are stopping up as it stands. Too much on that. It'll be a Burnley goal kick. 2nd minute of additional time.
Everybody up.
Got to find something, Burnley, here. We're almost at the crunch point.
To go down for the sake of 1 goal for an entire season is not what you want.
Here's Taylor, wins the header. Wood to get a clearance away. Ritchie helps it on, throw only. 90 seconds of the 4 minutes have gone. Burnley are close to relegation, sadly, here. McNeil has retrieved it. Needs support here. Court comes to him, back with McNeil. On for Long. It's got to go long, hasn't it? Uses his keeper. He's got to go long. You've got to stay on side here. Not sure they've all got back, you know. Tarkowski to head on. Weghorst to head on. Barnes, nice for Cork, but he stopped. Weghorst trying to get it wide, doesn't work out. Back from Trippier to his keeper. Clearance from Dubravka. Burnley got to win this next ball with Kevin Long. They have. He's looking for McNeil. McNeil to hook it forward. Gomes has blocked it. McNeil on the chase. Will go back to his keeper. One last chance now. 3rd additional minute. Pope with it. looking to get it through the middle. Tarkowski with a flick on. Burn away, he's been so good. Collins with the next one. Tarkowski trying to help it on. Court finds Veghorst. On for Barnes. For Cornet. Can he finish it? Can he get it away? It's blocked. Cornet trying to get a shot away. It's blocked again. Barnes is there. Barnes with a shot. The Bracker safe.
Barnes with a left-footed shot, and you thought that was going in the top left-hand corner, and Dubravka was equal to it. Literally plucked it out of the air, and is that the last chance, Phil? We are running out of time, Phil.
3 minutes are up.
We're running out of time.
How close was that?
Oh, jeez. For the sake of one goal, we are running out of time.
Come on, I've got to get on with it. Dubravka with the boot. They're in the 94th minute now. Able to put the foot on the ball a little. Here's Longstaff. Uses Murphy. I think it's almost over here, I'm afraid. Murphy goes past Taylor. Going to the byline, he's got Wilson in the middle and can seal it. Good save. Now can Burnley get it forward? It's literally seconds. Literally seconds. It's got to go forward from McNeil now. It's got to get it forward. Taking his man on. It's going to be a Newcastle throw, and I'm afraid that might be that. Leeds have scored at Brentford. Leeds are staying up. They've scored at Brentford. Brentford 1, Leeds 2. I'm afraid it's over for Burnley.
It's all over.
All over for the Clarets. Leeds have got the win at Brentford. And Burnley have gone down here 2-1 to Newcastle. And that is the final whistle. And Burnley, I'm afraid, are relegated. It's been a real fight. They took it to the last day. But Burnley are down to the Championship, I'm afraid. It's been a real battle. But Burnley, I'm afraid, are down. Finished here, Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. Wilson's penalty in the first half had given Newcastle the advantage. Handball given against Collins. Simple finish for Wilson on the hour. Cornet got a goal back on 68 minutes. Second attempt, volley past Dubravka. Burnley had chances. At that stage, Leeds were only drawing at Brentford. You knew a goal could make the difference. Veghorst went close, just couldn't stretch far enough. Cork had a shot blocked on the line. Cornet had a header saved. And then Barnes, in time added on, had his left foot effort saved. And Burnley, I'm afraid, have lost here by 2-1. And the Clarets are back in the Championship. There's some tears there, I'm afraid. Mike Jackson has done magnificently.
Hasn't he just? We never thought we'd be in any position to even have this game at Christmas. And at various points during the season, we thought we were done. People had written us off. And we are, there's a goal, one goal. And we could have been back in it there. And
just
then
a goal away at one stage.
Yeah, and then
Leeds have got a late winner, obviously.
Fair play to Chris Wood. Chris Wood's gone round every single one of his old teammates and given them a hug, consoling them. So respect him. Chris is now going round applauding the Burnley fans as well.
Need to bounce back first time, don't they, Burnley? It is a disaster for the Clarets. But they're going to have to bounce back first time. Look at Tarkowski, he's distraught in the centre circle.
Well, he's given everything. I mean, you know, and that clearly is going to be his last game, and he gave absolutely everything to the cause, as did every single player there. I've never seen them play like that. I've never seen the commitment in such a way. And that's the story of the season, some will say. If we'd have played like that in every game, we'd have still been in the Premier League. But when it came to it, it came down to 90 minutes of football that we had to win, and they threw everything at that. And it was nearly, it was almost, but it wasn't enough.
Tarkowski on the centre spot in his haunches. 218 games he's played for Burnley. That hurts. That really hurts. The players are staying out there.
It's not the way you want to leave.
They're feeling it, aren't they?
It's not the way you want to leave.
It's a real tough one. But Burnley, I'm afraid, are relegated. Ashley Westwood's out there on touches.
Jay Rodriguez is out talking to Barnesy. Chris Wood going off and getting a round of applause from the Burnley fans as well.
A lot of the fans have stayed behind in the centre circle.
What do you do now? A lap of...
Well, I think you appreciate the fans, don't you?
Yeah. A lap of thanks is
well,
all you can call this now, isn't it?
I think you stay in the centre circle and you show your appreciation, you know, of what the fans have given. It's hurting the players, isn't it? You can tell that.
Yep.
Nathan Collins is very upset. He'll think, you know, his mistake gave away that early penalty and changed the course of the game. Leeds have won at Brentford, so only a win would have done for Burnley. The crowd are staying behind, making sure they give the lads a real send-off. Nathan Collins is very disappointed.
Ashley Westwood is applauding the crowd with his crutches by holding them aloft and tapping them together.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Burnley have got to bounce back. You know, they've got to do what Norwich and Watford have done in recent seasons and look to bounce back. Ben Mees around the players, consoling them. It'll be a summer of change. Players will move on.
Well, the crowd are thanking them and chanting, as you can hear in the background, because they couldn't have given any more during that game than they did. You know, you couldn't single out any player and say, if they'd have taken him off, if they'd have brought him on, if they'd have done... There's no ifs. Everybody gave 100% in that game, and it was so close in the end. Unlucky penalty, you'd have to say.
Yeah, they were battling. Certainly in the last 15 minutes, you felt one goal would be enough. But fate has sort of hit them at Brentford. Brentford down to 9 men. That didn't help the cause.
No.
You always felt that Leeds could get a second, and then Burnley would need 2. So you always felt one might not be enough. Tarkowski with Matt Lowton there.
There are tears here, Phil.
There are tears. You know, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one for the lads. Jack Cork and Ashley Westwood embrace. It's a tough one. In some ways, it's the end of an era. Players will move on.
Very much so.
Players will move on, and it'll be a difficult summer. New manager will come. And, you know, it's going to be tough for Burnley, but they've got to try and get back the first time of asking. Burnley have only lost 10 of their last 92 championship games. Got to find that form again.
But it'll be a very different Burnley side come August, I would have thought. There's a lot of players out of contract. And this
players
game determined whether or not...
Players will move on, there's no doubt about that.
A championship side is going to be a very different looking side.
And you've got to start well. The championship season starts on the 30th of July. Burnley are going to have to be ready for that and ready for it quickly.
Look at Weghorst streaming down his face.
Him and Cornet are going to be the last players to leave the pitch here. It's a sad, sad story.
Weghorst and Cornet have signed for a Premier League team to keep them up, and they haven't done it. They must be feeling it just as much as anybody else. They have come to join the Premier League and shine in the Premier League, and they haven't done it. It'll be a tough summer.
It'll be a tough summer. But Burnley have got to be ready come 30th of July and hit the championship running, because it's a tough old division. It's a really tough division. It's sad news here, I'm afraid. Burnley relegated to the championship. They've lost by 2 goals to 1. 2 goals for Callum Wilson. Always seems to do well against Burnley. Cornet got 1 back. Burnley were pushing for an equaliser. At that stage, that would have been enough to keep Burnley in the Premier League. But Leeds went and got a second at Brentford to win it 2-1. Maxwell Cornet still there. He's going to be the last player to leave the pitch.
Eric Peters has just gone off, and that is it. As always, Cornet he's giving his shirt away to a lucky fan, and he's walking now bare-topped and applauding the fans as the last man off. And so it's Luton, it's Blackburn, it's Norwich.
It's a lot of
Watford.
derbies. It's a lot of derbies, but that's no consolation now, Andy, isn't it?
No.
You know, we thought we could do it today. We thought we could do it today, but Burnley really needed a win. We knew that coming here today. Burnley had to win. You couldn't rely on Brentford.
And Burnley had to win, and I'm afraid they've not been able to do it. Newcastle the winners by 2-1. We're going to leave you at Turf Moor, I'm afraid. Andy, thanks for your help today.
Well done this season. You were excellent, Phil.
But well I'm afraid Burnley will be playing Championship football for the first time since 2016. They've lost here 2-1 to Newcastle United in an afternoon full of emotion. Cornet with the goal that gave Burnley hope. But Newcastle the winners by 2-1. The sad news is Burnley relegated to the Championship. We'll see you at the start of next season. Burnley will be back in the Championship. That starts weekend the 30th of July. I'm going to leave you with the news from Turf Moor. Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. Sadly, Burnley are relegated from the Premier League. I'll see you soon. Take care over the summer. Look after yourselves. Thanks to everybody here at the club for the help throughout the season. Thanks to Andy today. But it's sad news, I'm afraid. Burnley relegated from the Premier League. Burnley 1, Newcastle United 2. Take care, everybody.